QAW's pandemic rages on. The Great Depression from the top of the ladder. Oh! I feel God in this messy catacomb. Follow my lead long down this hole. Cold Hard Cashin is your women's champion. The smoke down here will sting and burn, so cover up your eyes. Sooner than you know. 1, 2, we are the champion.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I made it.
Hey.
Whoa!
Right.
You roll the intro, and then here I am.
Oh man,
Magic.
That's
Absolute
cool.
magic.
what a surprise!
You know
Okay,
who's not
so
here?
then-
Tommy
what are you
Jr.'s
doing?
not here.
That's okay.
Yeah, well, that's for the best, I think. You know,
Fuck Tommy Jr. I think is
Yeah,
the.
pumpkin.
So we really are. We're just getting started, right?
yes.
We are just getting started. You are
All right.
just in
Oh, man.
time. I'm
That's
a little
incredible.
disappointed because I wanted to do turd and be like, the Punisher is here tonight. I did it for a quick second. That's
Well, you
okay.
did it anyway.
Yeah,
Just a quick second.
Here we
It's
are.
fine. Yeah, here we are.
it's a good pronunciation of Punisher.
Punisher. It's amazing.
So yeah, we've got the Punisher / the Poet. We've got the Claire Bear, and we've got the me, and we are looking at an old QAW episode that we'll start playing, and then we'll get it rolling because
Excited.
there's no reason to delay this. Let's see what
No
we got.
reason. Let's jump right in. I'm
Yeah.
very excited. I have no idea.
And then we got the song again. How much do you love this song, by the way?
Fucking love
I
it.
get so hyped after that intro. I was like, "Ah!
So
I want
good.
to wrestle people!"
I'm legitimately like the sort of weird crisis that I'm having as we draw to a close is, do I love this song because it's attached to the show, or if I heard this song just like
Their votes. I did.
playing in the grocery store, would I be like,
If
"Oh,
I
this
heard it in the
rips"?
grocery store, I'd be
banger.
like, "Shut this shit off!" No,
No,
I
no,
only
I'd be
like
into
it
it.
on the show.
I knew there was something to do.
If I saw a band play that song, I would.
Anyways, here we are.
If I saw a band, yes.
We're kicking
If
off.
I heard it
did
in the
a
grocery
show-
store,
on
no.
Dane Austin.
I did a show that had this like super like weird J-pop theme song to it,
Oh, that's
and I adore that song, but I know that if I just heard it like in the wild,
Yeah.
not about it. I feel
I'd be
you.
like, why is this like 1,000% sugar? There we go.
I love it.
So we got the Bachelorette. Who remembers?
Oh,
The
man.
Oh,
Throwback.
that was one of my favorites. The two of them together were so good.
It really was like these
Magic,
little intro
absolute
bits
magic.
were
Don't you touch him.
like, honestly, like some of the funniest stuff that's come out of QAW has been
Oh, yeah.
via the Bachelorette. The best thing that I ever did was get out of that
It changed
because
me.
I was holding it back.
Yeah. I didn't get involved. I would have only just been like, oh no, I can't do this. I gotta do something else.
I felt like I wasn't giving him.
There was that.
I just feel like the two of them together had such great like you can tell like they enjoy like playing with each other or whatever, having these scenes together. They have
Yeah.
such great chemistry that it makes you be like, yes, this is fun. I'm having fun watching this.
Yeah.
It's just natural, genuine.
On the other side. Don't touch him.
If I didn't know where it was gonna go, just from via my participation in it, I would have thought, okay, this is gonna end up with her picking Juice Box and then it not working out.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I was hoping for Juice Box.
I think we all were.
Back when we all rooted for Juice Box.
Stay in the light.
Back when
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I mean,
Babyface
yeah.
Juice Box.
Yeah.
outside.
No,
And I
this is-
also
okay.
appreciate that, yeah, Deton was in this as well.
Deton
as a
was my
squirrel.
favorite thing in this whole thing. Sorry, everybody else.
the most disconcerting thing was doing the stuff with Teton and just like seeing Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you were doing like Turd Talk with him.
Well, we did Turd Talk, but the Turd Talk we did was with the Punisher for the original Fauci surprise briefcase.
Yeah.
And we had not figured out like how to do Michael in the moment and then like overdub the Teton yet. So it was all scripted out, and they just sent me their clips of them doing their thing.
Yeah.
And it was easier on me because I put it together, and then I was just like, okay, Turd reacts here, Turd reacts here, Turd reacts here.
Yeah, I was impressed with how well that came together. Actually, I was like, "This is gonna be crazy," because it was just so all over the place.
I really like the original audio that both of you sent in. It was just like, so then Teton is going to say "fuck you," and then I'm going to be like, and then you would snap into character.
Yeah,
and you'd snap out of character. Okay. And then he's going to say that I've got a stupid name, and I'm going to go, I don't have a stupid name, you have a stupid...
That's just how I talk to myself in the mirror.
And it was, but like the audio from Michael had that same energy, except for it was like the recorded Teton, so it would go, and then I'm going to say, and then it would just pop in, you're a squirrel!
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So much fun. I really wanted to go back to doing something with Teton and just bring back the whole Shawshank thing.
Oh my god. I would watch an entire series, movie, franchise, just Teton. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Sorry, rest of QAW. I would, yeah. Right, Michael Trainer. We need everything from you. Anything you want to give us, I will take it, please. In Squirrel Farm is beautiful. Yes.
Well, he also did Piano Favorites, didn't he?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right, so it's just Teton and Piano Favorites. What I want to see is Teton in a piano.
Teton playing a piano, please.
It's like in a classy jazz bar, tuxedo. It's like
Teton's retired now. Yeah, smoking a cigarette, playing the grades.
Shouldn't smoke cigarettes.
Just playing for nuts. Just playing for nuts now.
No, it looks fun.
Looks cold out there.
Take a little break.
Yeah, it was windy.
Like this was like
February?
Not too far. Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, because this was the last one before Love is a Battlefield or close to it. So yeah, we're early February. We're lucky that there's grass at all for Teton there.
This feels like 10 years ago.
It does. It feels like decades.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Cheers.
Yeah. Oh.
That's wonderful.
So hard not to like him.
I know.
My whole character is just hating him so much.
Well, I feel like your character, like the Punisher originally was almost what I was going for with the Greatest Wrestler originally, where it's just like, I hate everything that's silly. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to keep saying that this is silly and I'm the serious guy.
Yeah,
that gets old real quick though, and then you have to change.
Yeah, it really does.
No, but it's so funny. It's so funny.
Yeah,
I love.
Teton was like the perfect foil for that, though. Like,
Yep.
I'm so happy for that.
The complete opposite.
So happy about that because like, what am I doing? Because I just was like, I'm a professional wrestler because Kevin has always wanted to be a professional wrestler, and then I just got like really bored of it really fast.
Yeah, I think there was a real. It took a lot of us a long time to figure out what we were making.
Yeah.
Especially if you've watched a lot of pro wrestling and you really love pro wrestling, like I've got a gimmick, and then like I'm gonna win this match, and it's gonna get me a title, and then it's like no, we're making a comedy show about wrestling. And once you like click into that gear, and you're like, okay,
right?
What does it mean that I just lost this match, and how big a spiral can it send me down?
Exactly, I like that aspect of it. That clearly, I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of I latched on to a lot of like the storytelling of it all versus like a lot of the character stuff, which at first I was the same way where I was like, all right, I'm a wrestler, I'll do that, like, hey, just so you know, like talking to the camera, like this is what blah blah blah. And then when I started getting into it more, I was like, oh, I can basically do whatever I want. And then I just started making crazy storylines and like making mini cartoon films or whatever. And that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Versus sticking to my wrestler character. of like I'm gonna beat.
Yeah, I think
people
you
up.
said last time that you're like, do I have to do a match or can I just keep having Claire Bear like go around looking for whatever Claire Bear's looking for?
Yeah, once I discovered that I can just like make little storylines, I was like,
Anyway, I'm gonna get back.
all right, if a match fits in here, great. If not, I'm still gonna give you a storyline. And I'm still kind of doing that with David basically every week where I'm like, I don't really care if I fight. I'm gonna send you this video where I'm telling you this storyline or I'm doing this storyline. So that the acting part of me, the acting side of me.
Yeah, and I think like there's a lot of that, and I've watched enough pro wrestling where I'm like, okay, but can I work in a match with somebody that like adds to where I'm going, and like if I beat there's one where right before I wrestled Playboy for me, this might be this show. Is this the show where I wrestle Marcus Maximus?
Maybe. Who knows?
We'll get there when we get there. I should have previewed it a little better. All I really did was confirm that we were all in it somewhere.
Yeah. I think I have seen this one before, which is nice. Now I can look like I know something about the product, which is good.
Yeah.
And this was like the most fun I was having any time was this storyline that we're gonna get to. But like this whole Love is a Battlefield was just like so good across the board.
It was fun.
The war thing was that was phenomenal. That you and Tommy Jr. Fuck Tommy Jr. He's not here.
Yeah, fuck him. Piece of shit. Sorry.
I love that we all just were like, fuck. So like my last Claire Bear, I was like, fuck Tommy Jr. So I was like Tommy Jr. and then I was like, fuck Tommy Jr. Like I made it like a christening type of thing. Yeah. Like it's just initial reactor thing after you say Tommy Jr. Fuck Tommy Jr.
Yeah, that's who's right.
David, yeah. We're all talking about how you're a genius.
Yeah,
Obviously.
I forgot to mention Genius David.
He created this entire universe.
Yeah, and humble.
Yeah.
So
well,
yeah.
I think the humility is part of the genius. Is really where it intersects there. I think that if he were aware that he was a genius, the genius would not shine through as much.
No.
He's
Not
truly
as
the
much.
Elon Musk of the QAW universe.
Truly.
Here's a
That's
fun
why he's up
question,
in space right now.
just for you, because I know Greg's answer. You watched Degrassi at all?
I do not watch Degrassi.
You
I
should.
feel like I need to. I feel like I got to pick
You
this
should.
up, but it's
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Looks like that ends there.
yeah. No, that's is that like a good like I need a new show to just kind of have on in the background while I'm working.
Yes. It
So if
goes
I
on
like
for about 700 decades. All right,
700
like the
decades of
80s.
Degrassi, and
Yeah.
then like I'd also just if I don't look up and I miss like 15 minutes, it's fine because the next time I do look up, somebody's explaining the plot point from 5 minutes ago in like overly wrought dialogue.
Yeah.
So basically, they have a plot line within like 2 episodes. So if you miss that 2 episodes, it's okay because the next 2 episodes they start a new plot line, and it doesn't
That's
matter because
right.
there's always dramatic situations happening in every episode. It's Canadian teen drama. It's amazing.
Yeah.
There you
Very
go. So
Canadian.
it's exactly like The Greatest Wrestler. You stopped paying attention to him, it's fine. El Mejor Luchador is here now, and he's doing interesting
Yes,
stuff.
exactly. Yes.
Yeah. I'm just getting
Just
back.
had to make that about me for a second.
Around. That's cool. Okay, here we go.
We're still in Deton. It's great.
Yeah,
They're still having this.
a while. Like, this
I
is
also
truly-
feel like I am Deton if I ever go on a date. I'm just like, whoa, isn't this fun? I'm not paying attention to my date at all. I'm like, there's a tree over here. Isn't this amazing? Nature is awesome.
Oh, wait,
I can see you climbing a tree, just like
Yeah.
because.
I'm the
I'm
opposite.
pretty
just
sure I've
intently
probably
listen
done
to
that on a
people
date
just
before,
Stare at
yeah.
them like this.
It happens.
really about that.
Don't let them affect me at all.
Yeah, it's
About a connection.
probably very romantic, like
Yeah.
in practice.
I got candles.
Is that cheesy? All right.
Oh yeah, well if there's candles, then
You want to get closer?
You like one of these?
Right? And yeah. Oh,
No,
perfect.
I mean, like,
Mine are over there.
yeah, you light the candle and you stare. That doesn't sound like a serial killer there.
I'm not a serial killer. You have to kill
Meanwhile,
more than
I'm
like,
up in a
2 people to
tree
be a
and my
serial
date's like,
killer.
oh, she's so quirky and she loves nature.
She's gonna save my soul somehow. I just know it.
Yeah.
Part of me did want to do a serial killer character on QAW, but then I was like, I can't make that work. But it would have been fun.
You
we
can
were
make
killing
anything
off
work
so
on
many characters at one
QAW.
point.
Yeah, like I get that, but like I feel like I needed it to be closer to myself in order to sell it better.
I
So
have
it's
to
like-
say, I absolutely love every time you do any of your Punisher or Poet stuff. It's hysterical because I feel like it is very you, where it's just dry humor.
I'll try. But like
and
I don't
it's-
know how
yeah.
it goes. Like I'm just like sitting there like, are people laughing or just me being really sad in front of the camera?
I'm shy.
No, it's perfect. The way you
It's
cut
both of
it.
those
So
things.
like you
Good.
film all of these. I feel like you film a ton of different shots and then you cut it so perfectly. So it's just like random shot of you talking, random shot of you smoking a cigarette, random shot of you dancing around. It just works so perfectly.
Yeah.
It's hysterical. I love it.
Yeah, I kind of was just like I need to just do whatever and see what's fun for me.
I agree. That's how I approach it as well.
Oh, baby powers. I unabashedly,
As the
as like a wrestling, looking at this as a wrestling product, I really am not on baby powers side at all. Lauren, you're great. You perform it great. But like, I don't know. Like baby powers and loaf just scare me.
Doesn't that work though towards the wrestling side?
Yeah, it's
Don't you want to be
great for
intimidated and
character.
scared?
And I'm just like, ugh. But I want to see them lose constantly, but they just
I'm
don't.
going to learn English.
Well, she lost to me.
True.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Awkward way.
The baby,
It's
like
gonna
this
be a
is
fan.
just
She's
the baby
too
has
funny,
been-
and I had to bring her down at one point, which was in the ring. I can't beat her in comedy on these things, so I had to take her down in the ring.
Such a
My-
strong.
My video game version of me taking her down in the ring.
Oh man.
just that original pitch, like she's a baby and a woman, and just and like I remember watching it and like I emailed Laura. I was just like, this is so good. She's like, are you really? Is it not too creepy? I think it might be too creepy. Like I thought it was
Me, it's
supposed to be a little bit creepy.
It's so funny, right? Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit, but it's so funny.
Yes, it's very funny. I'm just like, oh no.
She's very committed. I think if you
Yes.
commit to the character, you're good.
I think once, like, and this is again Ashley coming in, but like once she and Ashley started playing off of each other a little bit,
Oh
like
my
the
god,
character,
the two of
and she leaned more into the baby.
the
Yeah.
two of them together is magic.
Yeah,
Absolutely, they are great. They complement each other so well.
Like this. This is
Oh,
so she was.
And I don't know why. Why did she become queen, baby?
She
How did
defeated
she become-
Sydney Bean Salad to become the only baby in QAW.
what a heel!
So then she became a queen.
Yeah, she's the queen of the babies.
Okay.
No, Payne Austin.
Oh, she's also my favorite.
Another
Okay.
like yeah, we were talking earlier about people who took a while to figure out what they were doing. Like the Payne Austin debut was like a fully realized character.
Yeah,
We knew what that was and that it was great immediately.
phenomenal. Always great to
Yeah.
watch.
She's hysterical, and she's also hysterical outside of QAW.
Yes.
I love everything that she does.
I don't know who any of you guys are. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Right,
vouch
that's
for so.
usually how I feel most of the time. I'm like,
I can vouch for so few of the QAW roster outside of QAW.
Yeah, Gwen is one of the people I've actually talked to before QAW. Like we did a short play together once,
Oh my
and it was a
goodness.
great time. And then she just kept popping up everywhere. And I'm so happy that this character is the best.
oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I love everything
I can't
she
even
does.
read.
I do. I like that Payne, like that little half smirk that Payne Austin does,
Mitch.
where it's
Mhm.
like, "Do you get the joke?
You caught me
Do you?" It's
Yeah.
and then it's like,
She's
yes,
British,
I do.
and
thank
she's
you.
like, Americans, you're not as smart. I'm gonna give you a second.
Also, hands down, best dialect work I think in QAW
Yeah.
goes to Payne Austin.
It's not. See, I think I have to give it to
Claire
oh
Bear,
God.
hello.
We saw last
Oh,
week
man.
That's true. I forgot. You don't talk like
their
that.
women's tag
And I'm
team
listening to you talk
Hello,
right now.
Claire Bear,
Cody
right?
Dean
You
Salad,
can't
the
even.
former hip-hop dance crew
Oh, it's me,
Street
Claire
Blitz,
Bear. I'm from
doing
somewhere non-distinct
Baby
in
Powers is
Massachusetts.
become Queen
So
Bear.
There it is.
So we can
Now
Boston
Cody Dean
kid.
Salad is on.
I think that 2MB Studios Overlord is correct. It is dorsal fins dialect work.
Oh yes.
Yeah, dorsal fin.
Monster
Pretty
Darcy.
great.
Dorsal fin
Technical
is
fin.
intriguing, captivating. We have no idea where he is attempting to come from, but you just love it.
Galactic title that is usually around.
Why isn't Payne Austin's name spelled Payne? That just bothers me.
Because that's
Because-
Delia. That's Delia Payne.
Not
Yeah.
true.
But it would be more appropriate.
Isn't Jane
for the
Austen spelled that way? I don't know how to spell Jane Austen's first name.
I've been
No.
very impressed by
Is it Jane?
non-human or
That's
proto-human.
an excellent question.
Yeah, I'm just
Anyone in
gonna,
the comments, how do you spell Jane Austen's first
just
name?
gonna.
When the dragon lost to Monster Darcy.
It is. It's traditional Jane. It looks like JANE.
Oh, never
That's
mind.
okay, yeah.
I don't know why I'm
Look at this.
But I
Very
do feel,
very-
yeah.
And it couldn't have been like
But-
PANE Austin, because then we would have expected to be like half window.
Queen.
Yeah.
Baby Powers has made her
Which would have also been amazing.
turn, I guess.
I don't know. How do you make a half window character work?
That is the fanciest rattle I have ever seen.
There's a lot that David can do in this game.
She seems to have adapted well to her new
Oh, I
title.
know.
She's got the wave.
How would
Just
you make it? Now I'm gonna just delve into that for the rest of the episode. How do I make a half window?
As
character?
impressive, dare I say, as
You
my
can probably make a
golden
translucent
sword.
character.
yeah, absolutely.
I would
I'm just
Yeah.
picturing like a
Already with the
sandwich
budget
board
of New
thing
Jersey,
with a window.
Why do you carry
Just
that?
Just like an
Okay.
A-frame?
I don't trust banks.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sure they've got
a
something
sandwich
like a
board
little-
window.
Much like
Alright.
Andrew Jackson. Another
You just put a window, like you can put stuff on people's trunks, right? Like
I'd like to think that at any given point,
I don't remember. Yeah, you can put like logos and stuff on there.
yeah.
of a politician.
I own this game and I don't know.
Well, I would agree, and certainly I would say the
The
same.
last wrestling game I owned was
well,
No Mercy.
stature,
And
baby.
that was
That's the
fine.
best wrestling game of all time, so
Carrying herself with
congratulations.
such poise. Let's see if that translates well to
AEW's game's gonna be good.
Perhaps one of
It's
her
not out yet.
potential subjects in Payne Austin.
I do not know
Always have
any
to make
wrestling
absolutely
games
sure
I've
to
played.
send a diplomatic
Well, this is
delegation
WWE 2K19, I believe, so that's one.
because, frankly, New Jersey is such a
Technically,
rich
I have played that, yeah, as my
that it
character.
must have a relationship with every monarch in the world,
They played
including
online a lot,
this
just
the
beat
newest
up little kids. I think they're little
Absolutely.
kids.
Well,
I don't know.
folks,
It's not like talking
They
thank
were-
you so much
yeah,
for
they were
being
little
with us
kids
here
for
tonight.
sure.
All right, so if we were going to take the Claire Bear and the Poet and put them in a different kind of game,
At
what kind of game would you put
follow
them
and
in?
subscribe to 2MB Studios. Please do so. You
Sonic.
can get it on Prime at no additional.
I could see Claire Bear running around the Sonic course, actually, like just doing the little loop-de-loop and collecting
Me
the
or like
coins.
Rainbow Road on Mario Kart.
Yeah,
The poet.
It's
The
some kind of
poet-
RPG, just like an RPG where you go through somebody's ordinary
Ex-
life. Like The Sims. I guess The Sims.
That's boring. Can we beat
I
people
know.
up or
You
like
could
blow
put in
things
Red Dead
up?
Redemption 2.
Come on, Claire
Just
Bear
as
is
a
not going to
cowboy.
be in Sims, even though she is in Simly the Jess. But
Yeah.
she wants to blow things up, or like she wants to run around on rainbows, collect lots of coins.
What's a game where it's just like you on a journey to find yourself? The Last of Us? No.
I don't play many video games,
Well,
so I know.
I
Ben, do
feel-
you have
I
a
feel-
suggestion?
I don't know. Like I felt like I don't. I'm not a big video game person either. Like that. I fell out of it after San Andreas,
Man.
the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Like when
I would.
you make
Claire Bear
me,
would definitely be in those. Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
were making me take my character to the gym and feed him, or I can't do anything. That's too. That's too much.
Yeah.
It's too, I stopped getting the Madden games where you like had to pick the parents of your creative players so that you could create a genetic specimen.
you no longer have to do that on Madden, I'll say.
Oh, good.
So you can get back into it if you like and just play football.
Upwards of 1,000 calories.
I think I
I
wanted.
basically played like Sonic, Mario Kart, Mario, Zelda. I played a lot of like N64 games,
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye is the game.
The
That was-
official game of dorm rooms
Yeah.
in 1997.
Yeah.
My favorite game is Arkham City because Batman.
What's gonna top it?
Oh
Why wouldn't you want to
yeah. I've seen that one played
That's
before.
I
haven't
think
played
the
it, I've
the
seen
El
it
Mejor
played.
Luchador one is that he's Batman going through Arkham Asylum.
That's awesome.
Oh, I like it.
I guess the
I like
poet
it.
could be in Arkham Asylum just as a side character going crazy inside of a cell.
I can see it.
I could say that.
I can see it.
You could rearrange QAW as like Arkham Asylum
Yes.
inmates. Yeah.
That'd be a lot
could
cool.
see
That'd
it.
be cooler, I think. I love wrestling.
Just
but-
have-
Claire
You
would
rework the-
definitely be in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, you work that out. It's
We found
Buckley
it.
Swan
We found
Toon
it.
having to wander
We
through this
found it.
mental
Arkham
ward.
Asylum is the game for all of the QAW characters. 100%. We're all insane and need to be locked up.
Great work, everyone.
You did it. All right. Well,
How's this
Congratulations.
match going, huh? This is match one.
yes, it's match one. Baby Powers took, I think, 18 minutes to get to the ring.
I do appreciate that Baby Powers wears a dress with sneakers because I do that all the time. That's my go-to. Dressy with some Converse because I want to be
Intentional, like-
comfortable and classy at the same time.
All of the wrestlers that David put high heels on, like anytime they hit a drop kick, I'm like, shouldn't someone be dead now?
Like, shouldn't they be missing an eye right
Yeah,
now?
like this.
You can neutralize those joints. then.
Everything that's happened to Tommy Jr. I don't like. It's crazy, but he's at least
Right?
explained.
He
it.
like died and came back to life.
He's
and then
dead.
Died.
Yeah.
Technically,
in
he
Rhode
should be a ghost
The-
again.
Rube Goldbergian scheme. Just to get at Lloyd.
Oh man, crazy. I love what they're doing right now, though.
Yeah, I'm real curious as to like how that's going to end up and where that's going to end up.
Right? Two
And I don't want to
magnificent
know.
personalities together in a tag team taking over QAW.
Yeah. Didn't they have
pretty
the first
good.
match?
He's a future women's champion. In her
Did they have the first match together?
And that's what they say.
Yeah.
Right? What's the? It's like, can we figure it out? Probably if we just.
Yeah,
watch
we've got the
first
YouTube
episode.
channel. All we have to do is go to the YouTube
But
channel.
everybody goes into the lore like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it was them. But then everyone's like, is it them? Because I don't know. It's like this whole controversy. But if we all just watch the first episode, we'd find out. But it's more fun to speculate instead.
Well, I know that technically there are some test runs. If you go all the way back, there's no commentary on them. It's just matches.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
That's
Is it just like
interesting.
not JR, but whoever does commentary, Michael Cole on it? Just
I don't know if there's any commentary on them. They
Interesting.
may just be like silent tracks.
wow.
You're just
I think we should
watching.
find those, and set some creepy music to them, and re-release them.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the Halloween.
That's what we should have gone back and I found those deep cuts. They're probably all wrestlers that aren't here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's think about
That
that.
feeling.
I don't know. I don't remember when I got into QAW, but it was mostly because Brian rocked.
That's what I was
Moonbed.
going to ask, Kevin, was when you got into it.
I don't really remember. I remember hearing about it and seeing it and being like, that seems cool. But I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. But Brian's like, do it. And he explained the whole thing to me. I'm like, that sounds fun. And I always wanted to be a wrestler, like I said. So
Yeah, I feel
started
like Brian brought a lot of people into it. Brian.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an OG, I believe.
Because I think
He
he
is.
said that he brought in Tommy Jr.
How would that? I don't know how that would work. So if anyone's out there, how would Brian or
Because
Tommy?
I feel like
how do you know each other
I
if
swear
that's
to
the
God,
case?
I had a conversation or something with Brian before, and he was like, I brought in Tommy because David Thomas Jr., because he was a funny comedian that I knew. And I was like, you got to do this wrestling thing.
I don't know. I've
That
known
is
Brian
what I
for
remember
like a decade
hearing.
at least, and I had never heard him talk about David Thomas Tommy Jr.
But I feel it.
If I ever see Tommy Jr. in the wild, like he's not getting his real name. Like there
No.
are certain people that I just struggle with. Like anytime that I have to send Grace an email, I start with Claire and they're like, why is nothing coming up? All right.
Yeah, I'll be in Providence tomorrow for a bit. So Tommy, if you're watching this, come find me. I'm gonna go to a concert.
If you're watching this, why aren't you online?
why would I go
right now?
see him? He's
Tommy.
fuck Tommy Jr.,
Tommykins.
all right, fuck
That
Tommy
was my
Jr.
favorite-
I truly believe
that was
that.
my
I'm gonna
favorite
get it
part of-
tattooed right there.
Oh,
FTJ.
Yep,
Fuck
perfect.
Tommy Jr.
And just special
Perfect.
events. And speaking
That
of
was one of my favorite parts of QAW was calling him Tommykins.
Tommykins.
Yeah,
is gonna be on
that made me happy. I was like Tommykins. I can't call him Tommy. It's gotta be Tommykins.
Yeah, you gotta have a little pet name because that's
Yeah.
that's what the deal is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben,
And
how
Payne
did you
Austin,
get?
victorious.
How did you? Yes, she is. Of course.
Yeah, just I don't know why I feel like I've got to like point out what's happening on the screen, but there it is.
Yeah, Payne Austin won.
She is victorious. I'm very happy about it. She
I
always
probably won some money
makes
on that.
amazing things. I'm always very intimidated by Payne and by Tina and by MLav because they create these like musical montages that are
The
just
music.
insane. And I'm like, I can never do that. How can I compete with this? I should quit this show right now.
One of my favorite musical moments, though, since Ben is right here, was you doing the Mountain Goats.
That was gonna be my only
Of
one.
course.
Like,
Yeah, I was like,
It is.
yeah. I don't know how many other people were cheering, but I was like, yeah, love the Mountain Goats. I've
I
thought
was like,
about
is this too
doing
deep a cut? And then like it was really like there were people in you and Britt I think over in the chat, and it's like, okay, people know what this is. It's fine. It's fine. Like,
phenomenal. Love it. Well, that song I feel like people should know. I don't know. I don't know how many people listen to the music that I'm listening to.
that's my problem. It's like I do this thing where I'm like, well, everybody knows what this is, right? And then they just kind of blink at me.
Yeah.
Here's what I gotta say: listen to what you want to listen to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And that's
it's
all
not going
that
to change.
I'm
what
not going to stop listening to the music I listen to. Why would I?
I just keep expecting
That's
that
all it
other
is.
people listen to it as well, and that is not the case.
No.
I have the opposite reaction where I'm like, I know everything I listen to, nobody listens to. So when I send stuff to people and then they're like, oh, I know this song. And I was like, what? How? That's
Yeah.
amazing.
You're very good about sending me music that I've never heard, which is nice.
Oh, good. Yes.
Yeah.
All the time I'm like, this is Kevin music. Send to Kevin.
It's truly all very sad.
It's a sad bastard music, is
Yeah.
what my friend.
So the poet
yeah.
is a true life character.
It's
Kinda.
so true. Yeah.
I started doing the poet to bring it closer to myself, or I just wanted to bring like,
I
The
thought it was
poet
because
you're on
Marvel
an
Comics
emotional
was
journey.
coming at your door.
yeah. But it's just me talking to the camera, and pretty much, me. I'm not sad all the time, but
Sad
Whatever.
boy. It's okay.
I want to see like we've got what 3 more episodes, 2 more episodes. We've got 2 more episodes before the final. I want to see like what a happy
Claire
poet looks
tried.
like somewhere in there.
Clever tried to make Punisher not a sad boy, but I think maybe made it worse. Is that what happened? And then you became the poet, and then you became even more sad boy.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, kinda. The Punisher got very sad, and then once he found,
But you were
himself
always sad. Punisher was
empowered by
sad
his
boy.
emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's in a good place right now with the clown, which is weird. It's weird, but lovely.
Yeah, the clown's intense. The clown
But
freaks me out.
Dana is a delight to work with on this because he also just doesn't care as long
Yes.
as whatever you're doing is the most ridiculous possible thing.
Dana, so like when I was doing the social media and I did a thing after we took a break for a while or whatever, and then like I grabbed videos from a bunch of wrestlers to be like, hey, what have you been doing on the break? And I'll post it on social media to be like, the Punisher has been doing this, the blah, blah, blah. And Dana sends me this video that's like walking through a dark basement with like a deep heartbeat or whatever. It's like something out of
Uh-oh, did we lose Grace or did we lose me?
I can hear you, Ben. I cannot
Okay.
hear Grace.
We have
Man.
lost Grace.
Yeah, it was great though having her here. I'll always remember her fondly.
We've now sent her to that weird Superman prison. She will live in 2 dimensions where she can do
Yeah.
nothing but scream and bang against the glass for the rest of her life.
Yeah, well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Grace, can you hear us?
She can hear us. Okay, so
Do you know sign language?
Do we know sign language?
I know the alphabet, and I
Alright.
can. That's it. And then I can
Okay.
say, "Do you know ASL?" Sorry for offending any deaf audience members out there if that was bad, but I can do the alphabet.
I at one point could, but it's like we're talking elementary school, and then I never used it.
Yeah, I wish I remembered it because I took like some semesters of it in high school, and I knew it pretty well, and then I just forgot when I didn't use it.
It's all muscles, man. I could speak Spanish at one point too, but now
That's
I
nice.
know how to say that my head is various objects.
Oh, nice. And what is your cabeza today?
Mostly it would be mi cabeza es un libro,
Hmm.
which was our default answer. If we did not know what the actual answer was, we would just say that and make our teacher giggle.
Yeah, that's fun. I was always pretty bad at Spanish. Grace, try leaving and coming back. That's a message I heard if you didn't see that. So confirmed, you are not wrestling Marcus Maximus today.
Yeah, this is not the one where I'm wrestling Marcus Maximus, but this is over a similarly weird beef. This is you wrestling Marcus Maximus over his use of the V's in his name.
Yeah.
And I think it was the week after this, I wrestled him because he wore a toga and so does Playboy Prometheus, so they must be in cahoots. So it's just Marcus Maximus's intro to QAW was everybody assuming that he was against them when he was just trying to be a dude.
Yeah.
I see Grace. I don't see Grace.
There,
I see Grace.
there she is.
All right, can you hear me?
She's back.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear
Yes.
you now.
Oh man, I was so worried.
Oh my god, me too. Like, do I exist? Am I
We were going to be
here?
all on our own.
Do
What is
any
this
of us really
reality?
exist?
Am I in a
It
box?
could be a simulation brought to us by David Thomas.
Oh, yeah, I believe it very much.
Hey, can we talk about how uncomfortable
Guys, that was
the
that
U
was
outfit
rough. It
looks?
was a tough.
Yeah.
It was a tough
That was
30
very
seconds.
tight.
I was living in the void. I didn't know what was going on. What was real? What was not real? It was you. It was fucking you.
It was.
We
Get
were
out,
real.
man.
Luckily, I
Damn
bet he loses this match.
Fucking you.
He was never
I-
winning matches very much.
No,
Yeah,
he was
it's-
not. It was classic.
His-
It was wonderful.
His debut was, I think, one of the best things because it was such a dramatic, like everything broke down and had been teased for the whole episode. He came in and just got clobbered.
That
it
was
was-
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like DDP
And
and
coming out with
WWE.
all the leather, everything.
It's so uncomfortable looking. Like I am hot watching you walk to the ring.
Yeah,
That's sticky.
but no
That's all I can say.
gloves.
I've never noticed that he's
And
not
I-
wearing gloves.
I also appreciate that his like head mask doesn't connect quite with here, so you can like see how it disconnects right here.
So he is not like a weird
Looks like-
rubber man. This is a man in a leather outfit.
Yeah.
Like many wrestlers are. Are the goggles
It's
inside
very
of his
bizarre.
mask?
It
I don't
sure
think
does look
so.
like it.
Yeah,
It's,
they're weird.
I think they're over. I feel like they're one of those goggles that have like the little things on the side so it covers up.
I wish it was
He's
more
not
clear.
gonna win. He's not gonna win.
No, he's already lost this match. Marcus Maximus is just beating the shit out of him.
It's
Marcus
great.
Maximus
I kind
is
of
also one of my favorite transformations in QAW recently.
yes. Now that he's with the governor,
Just embracing his Roman roots and becoming
Yeah.
an Italian Jersey guy.
yeah.
Fantastic.
With the jeans and the basic tee, rolled up sleeves, with like the cigarettes in here.
Yeah, he's also a 1950s character, but
Yeah, it's perfect.
Hey,
Whoa, like a train of pain looking move.
it's fun though. I'm glad to see him grow.
Getting something going.
if it, no, I mean, honestly, at some point I've got to see him like at the Jersey Shore, like in one of the little arcades, banging a jukebox.
Just covered in Taylor.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Just one shot of him banging a jukebox, music playing. That's it. That's all we need to complete QAW.
Is it Springsteen or Bon Jovi? Is the question. Playing on that jukebox.
Ooh.
All access, they-
I mean, he strikes me as a Bon Jovi guy.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say Bon Jovi as well. I feel
it's not
like
a bad-
I feel like Bon Jovi.
Oh, and we're back.
Yep.
The
Back to
Bachelorette.
I always wanted to know where she got that tiny chair from.
Tiny furniture store.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
This looks like Juicebox is celebrating 4th of July in the wintertime. What is
What
with
high
this
seas
hat?
that? Is that orange? Orange.
And he's also he had recently.
See, what is this?
They are celebrating the 4th of July in the wintertime.
Oh, or is it New Year's?
July and Christmas.
No. What? Right? What's happening?
There's something all American going on. Juicebox has joined a barbershop quartet.
Yes.
Oh man.
Love those leggings. I love the headband as well.
Patriotic.
Look at them, so coordinated.
Politics this last year.
Yeah,
Oh,
America.
President's Weekend, maybe? Is that was that?
Oh, it's it could have been President's Day.
Because
I have
it's
no idea what
February,
President's Day is.
technically, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's around my birthday. It's President's
Yeah,
Weekend.
we get President's Day off, and then there's a whole week
gotta
off of
be it.
school.
But Juicebox just reminds me of like Cat in the Hat right now.
Yeah, it's the Dr. Seuss mayor.
I'll be honest. Yeah.
I can see the
Ashley.
Juicebox as like this guy that invites himself into your house and just causes chaos and then leaves.
You can see
Like
that.
the strangers?
yeah. With the fucking juice box. He gets the
Just-
sugar high, causes chaos. I'm like, hey kids, here's some juice for you.
Drink some juice, kids.
He's definitely the uncle that comes over, gives the kids all the sugar candy and the juice boxes, and then leaves, and all the parents are like, what the fuck, man? Kids are jumping on the beds.
I don't do that to my nieces and nephews. I just
That's a
torment
lie.
them and leave. No, I don't. I don't give them sugar.
Oh yeah, so there we go. It's definitely President's Day, and there's
Yeah.
there's chair.
Presidents.
All of America.
Oh, it's the West Wing, but not.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Yep. I never watched West Wing.
Zip Zimmer.
It's
great.
too late now.
No, it's not.
It's
You
too
can
late.
watch it. On
I mean,
HBO Max.
it's too late for it to
That's-
like have that effect on you. I can't watch it now and like imagine this world where like American politics is a place where the guy with the best idea in the room wins.
Mm.
So that's my
Sad.
MO. Okay, so besides that, but my MO is like, let me watch a TV show that was popular 10 years ago and get really into it and then try to talk to people about it, even though they watched it 10 years ago. They're not into it.
Degrassi.
Yep.
Bring it all back to Degrassi. And Boy Meets World, the best show ever.
Yes.
Spectacular one-on-one date.
Was I just too old? Like I just like it was fine.
Wait, no, Degrassi?
Little
No,
Degrassi?
Boy Meets World.
How old are you? Oh, how
You
old are
never
you,
watched
Ben?
Boy Meets World?
I'm 42.
crisis.
Wow. I
That's
didn't
so
know.
I'm an
is
old
Boy
man.
Meets World time.
Bachelorette has got
No, it really wasn't. Like it was around, but like
prospective boyfriends are fucking.
I was not the target demo for Boy Meets World.
Interesting.
We're
Not
gonna have to
even
do some
as they got
research.
older?
Whatever this is.
No, because like by the time they got older, it was like very like I had
What did
learned
you
about-
do on Friday nights if you didn't watch ABC TGIF?
Well, I mean, when I watched TGIF, it was different shows.
What was
What?
it?
Back to
Yeah.
What shows? They didn't have
Like,
shows.
Family Matters?
Yeah, I was a TGIFer during Family Matters and like Step by Step and
Oh, Step by Step
Yeah.
is the shit.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was
I
like,
used to
I
watch
guess
Step by
I was
Step.
the in-betweener because I watched those and I also watched Boy Meets World. I just watched TV. I guess a lot of it.
Yeah. I was the target demo for Boy Meets World, I'm pretty sure.
Former politician. I love giving.
I think I had kind of aged out of TGIF by the time Boy Meets World rolled around.
Sad.
But you
What about
never
Sabrina?
watch any of it?
Yeah, no Sabrina. Like I know her as Clarissa.
Again.
Larissa explaining it all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Enough. Does he have
This
a
is
remote?
great.
He does not.
You should watch some Boy Meets World though. It'll be good for you.
You know what?
It's great stuff.
It was in syndication when I was in college, and like it was fine, you know. Like they put it on back to back with Saved by the Bell, and I'd be like, "Wow, Saved by the Bell is not aged well." And what's this thing?
But did
Boy
you
Meets
watch any
World
Boy
is
Meets World?
aged
Did you watch
fine.
them? It
But
went
Corey
for a long
Matthews is
time.
good.
It's great.
I was about to say, oh, there's that guy from Rilo Kiley. He's in it, so that's fun.
Rilo Kiley.
No, I know what's going on here.
That's Riley Kiley. A
They're a
band?
band. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Who,
What's her
who?
face from the Postal Service is in it, right?
Who are all these people that what?
Postal Service, a band.
I know
starring
the
Ben
Postal Service
Gibbard of
is
Death
a band.
Cab for
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who from Boy Meets World is in it?
Filming?
Zip Zimmer.
We didn't have
Zip Zimmer.
forefathers on Mount Olympus, and it sounds like a really cool group of people.
What a
But I mean, if I need to be
character Zip Zimmer is.
Gracie,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have voted for him in real life. Okay, babe. I did not.
Also, I have all of the sunglasses that Playboy Prometheus has. Every single time he comes on with a pair of sunglasses, I'm like, I got those. Those heart-shaped ones, I got those.
I don't have any sunglasses. I have two pairs. One that has bamboo on it, and the other that is just plastic.
Do you need some? I have a lot.
No, I like my
Okay,
bamboo ones.
take
They
some.
make me seem good. What the fuck is this doing? That's creepy.
Okay.
Yeah.
we don't have to show her that, do we? In conclusion, I am clearly the best man for QAW head of father president. I'm already a fire father.
What a great addition.
Soul.
Yeah, Ryan is
Clearly, I'm already the daddy of QAW.
just like the amount of effort
So you're welcome in advance.
Yeah.
And thank you.
and just like
Hats off
He's
to you,
great.
Tech.
He's great.
pure nonsense that goes into like
Pure
everything.
So when me and Ryan had to work together, we worked together on top rope. And it was like magic and also chaos at the same time because both of us were like, let's do these 700 billion ideas. Each of us were like, all right, we have 2 minutes. And we're like, let's do everything we can possibly do. Like we had so many different ideas because we both like come up with crazy, insane ideas. And we're like, let's figure it all together. We did a pretty good job meshing it together, I will say.
Yeah, like he'll work with you. Like that's like he's got his set of ideas, but then it's like, okay, but what about this? Also, that's great.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do all of my stuff, but your thing is also great.
But also what's funny is like we both are like, so I know for me, as I went along, I realized I was like, all right, let me make this epic movie out of 2 minutes. And let me cut about 700 different shots and takes and whatever out of this 2 minutes. And he was the same way. So we're like, how do we fit 5 billion shots all together that we all have into 2 minutes? So we're like, all right, we got to cut. Both of us were like, we got to compromise, cut somehow.
Look at this. Look at it. It's Tommy Jr.'s owner.
A real deal.
Here we go.
Look at all that hair.
Oh, it was the
You know,
crop top.
last week I laid down the unkillable man, just like I said I
But
would.
he didn't kill him.
All by myself. All by myself. You see, the real deal's been doing it by himself.
I think this is a shot at
That's
Punisher.
not true. That's not true. Okay, what a piece of shit. Okay. Sitting
Let
there doing all
me,
that.
let me clear the record here.
I know.
He
fuck
is.
this
We're
guy.
getting into kayfabe now. Man, Tommy Jr. and kayfabe. What a
Yeah, it's
what
the
a
best.
great combination.
Real
My
deal.
favorite interactions are with Tommy Jr. just because like I'm just free to hate him.
And these two
And I
He makes it easy, man, and it's the wildest thing because he came in hot.
Yeah.
Like
He
in the,
always comes in hot.
he came in hot in the group chat originally, and it's just like, what the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, I saw him. I was like, I need to do something with that guy.
And
He's so funny. He just goes
when he did,
110%, like 210%.
it's maxed out all the time, and I was
It's amazing.
legitimately taken back. Like I wanted him to come on Turd Talk when he came back from the dead. And it was just like, what am I getting myself into? And he's just like the sweetest, easiest to work with dude.
Yeah.
But he had come in so hot and in character and everything that he did that I was like, this is gonna be a nightmare. I'm just gonna have to power through it. I'll be able to edit something together. It's fine.
a little more.
Like I put a D in there opposite him just because I'm like, okay, I know I can play with a D.
Yeah.
It was always fun putting ideas together with him.
Has been
I have to say, working with Tommy Jr. was when I realized I was like, okay, you can have a plan on QAW, but it will not come to fruition. Like you just got to roll with the punches, like
Yeah,
see what
it's-
happens. Because we changed our storyline, we changed our whatever, every 5 seconds, like all the time. It was like something completely different. And then I would come back the next week. I'm like, remember we said this? And he's like, yeah, no, we're gonna do this now. We're gonna do this. And I was like, okay, all right.
This is really where the wrestling part of it has helped me out. Is I can go, okay, if I make this match mean something, if I put something stupid on the line, then I can come back and go, okay, I either won that or I didn't win that. So what does that mean?
Exactly.
And so, like, coming up with those weird stipulations, like, gives me the whole Athens, Georgia thing, and it gives me Bob and Fred, and it gives me being a god instead of just like, I've got a wrestling match, and then I won the wrestling match, so what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I will say, I'm like, working with him, I was like, okay, this is making me understand, like, you just got to go with it, like, super quick and just make it work. Like, if something changes here, then it changes here. Like, you can't be so set in your ways. Because I also feel like that is QAW, where it just changes on a dime. Like,
yeah.
For the last who knows how long.
I'm always open to letting other people take the lead. If they're like, I need this win, I'll give them a win because I don't mind losing. I'd rather lose because that digs me in a deeper hole.
Yeah, I have never lost when I expected to lose.
Yeah.
And I have never won when I expected to win, just about.
yeah, I think that sounds about right.
There are some big dropped plot threads where in the lead up to matches, I would be like planting seeds for like, okay, when I lose this big match, I'm going to be able to like cash in all these chips. And then I won. I'm like, well, fuck, I can't do anything with that other stuff.
Yeah, there was one time that I think like David was like, I think I want you to win like this thing. And I was like, no, it doesn't work for my storyline if I win this. I was like, no, I have to lose. Or like, I was like, no, that doesn't work. I felt the same way. I was like, I don't really care if I win or lose.
I wanted to win in the beginning really bad. I think it helped my character. And then as soon as I started losing, it got more fun.
Yeah, you get this sort of even like, okay, I don't care about wins and losses, but then like when my guy wins, I'm straight up, yeah,
right.
It's so nice.
Like, why did that happen? Why was that my reaction to what just happened?
It's what we need in this time. Virtual.
All of my careful planning was built around me losing this, and it, like, and it's all been like, I did not. I think the breaks have come at a really good time for me too, because after becoming the God of Fire, I was like, I have no idea what this is going to mean and what to do with this and about this. And then I had 2 weeks off to think about it and had the match with Serpico for the freedom of Athens. And I was like, okay, well, if I lose Athens, which I will probably do, then I can be like this really bad God of Fire who can't even protect this shitty little town.
We haven't made it a secret.
Oh no, I won? Okay, so
Tommy Jr.
Yeah, right.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's a former QAW men's champion, but he.
I was not expecting when I won Jingle Belt, because I created this whole plot line like for months with David, and I was like, hey David, okay, I'm gonna do this Fight Club, and then I'm gonna have all the Fight Cubs train, and then I'm gonna have them all attack all the wrestlers, and then we'll do this thing.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to win the Jingle Belt, and he's like, listen, you trained a whole armies of teddy bears to attack wrestlers. It's like nobody else built up any of that stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. All right, cool.
That was actually nuts. Like reading those messages back and forth about all that, I'm just like, this is elaborate.
That's how my brain worked. It's like 10 steps ahead.
2% float. Just
And
I
after that,
remember
like,
I did like a match.
At any given time.
Well, also Payne Austin has not made her disdain.
I did a match with Mama Don's,
but
and I was in a message with her and like David, and Mama Don's was like, "So what's Claire Bear about?" And I like went through my whole like plot line of like the past couple episodes.
It seems that
we just got the announcement that war has broken up.
Fuck off. Whatever.
That was it.
It
Sorry,
was Tommy Jr.'s fault. We could have been something, and he just was like, "Oh no, I gotta do something."
Absolutely nothing, it seems.
Again, hate him.
Absolutely, but Monster Darcy.
It really like I
mean, look at him.
Was like I assumed that the breakup was always the plan, and it just happened sooner than
Yeah.
you had originally
It was always the plan, but like we did speed it up.
Earlier tonight,
Yeah.
but thank you, Zach.
But it worked because of
No
where the
competitor
pay-per-view was
has
happening, I think. So it was like, okay.
Monster Darcy.
But it
We
was
just
fun
saw
while it
somebody in
lasted.
the front row hold up a sign
But
that says, "Can't
I
see."
wanted
I don't know
to
what
fight Tommy
what else
Jr.
they
from
can
the
do
beginning.
to really see much better here. They already
And so
paid
that was always the
$10,000
plan,
for
and
that
I'm glad
seat.
we could do it in this
At
way.
this point, it's really
And you
more
got to be the guy that threw Tommy Jr. off a cage. Nobody can ever take
Yeah.
that from you.
It's so awesome, and I'm getting tapped out.
Complain about being deep
And tap out right after that.
I mean, there are a lot of people that have made him tap out.
Yeah, he's very bad at wrestling.
really is
Yeah, it's,
was now I was obviously in the building as we
if
all
I had to say that like there was a worst wrestler in QAW, it's you. But after that,
Yeah,
creature
it's true.
it's Tommy Jr. He's real bad at wrestling, that Tommy Jr.
and even
Yeah.
was not enough to fell the
Yeah, I think we always planned that I was going to be like the Yoko Ono and like
Perhaps
break up
greater than
war. They were going to be the
I don't know where
duo.
Tommy is. Tommy's not showing up here. Wait, we're hearing a disturbance backstage.
Oh, I wonder what's going
Oh,
on
there we
here.
go.
Never
What's going
showed
on
up.
backstage?
Oh, look who it
Oh,
is.
damn.
Me bringing the FTJ singlet.
Hell yeah.
Fuck Tommy Jr.
More people needed the FTJ singlet. I really.
Tommy
Yeah.
Jr. right here.
FTJ.
Look at this. My favorite move that I do in the game right here. Boom.
Beautiful.
You are united by your hatred.
I love pro wrestling for things like that German suplex hurts more because I dropped you and caught you before I did it.
Yeah, it's so cool. Well, it's
Turd Talk.
basically something I hold on, I gotta listen to this. Dorsal fin. Give the people
Siren.
what they want.
The dorsal fin and the siren. This was one of my favorite ones to make.
Oh.
The dorsal fin.
Love
This
it.
was right around the time where I was starting to like try and figure out, okay, what can I do with Turd Talk that like will break the format a little bit?
How are you?
And when I was trying to get it, okay, well, what are you guys? You guys have both been on Turd Talk, so I'm like, is there something you need me to know about your character? And the siren was like, we need to really set up the siren's lonely. And I'm like, okay, well, I've got this idea. And it's going to be like a nautical theme because I've got you and Dorsal Fin. The best thing was like I've got this like chat of local friends, and without any explanation, I was like, "Hey, does anybody have a sailor hat that I could borrow?"
Who had one?
Yes,
my
I
friend
love it.
Matt had one. I think it's for his kid, which is why it's so tiny on my massive
It's
dome.
so perfect. So perfect.
Tina's
I do.
production.
That-
I look
I
like
will
the
say-
sea captain from The Simpsons.
That was one of the biggest benefits of working at Claire's in icing was like I could find all of my props for like $1. Like be like, oh, I want to wear leopard print rainbow gloves. And my next thing, here we go, $1. I want a crown. I want these fluffy ear things.
Most of
That
my
made it
props
super
have been
easy.
just whatever I can find in my kids' toys.
Same. Not kids' toys, but anything that's in my living room or my kitchen when I'm making a video.
Yeah. I mean, I did a few with my RoboCop action figures because I just didn't want to film anything.
Yeah, but I love the RoboCop action figure promo.
That's right. You
Oh, so
were
good.
one of the ones that appreciated the RoboCop.
It's fun. RoboCop's the
I
best.
was like, oh, I thought it would be really funny. Let's just have all RoboCops.
Well, RoboCop is now propaganda, and we shan't talk about it.
Okay, sorry.
So perceptive. You know, I have a real
Wait, the new RoboCop or the old RoboCop?
victory.
I guess
I really love it.
I would say. Well, I was thinking the old. I haven't seen the new RoboCop.
I have also not seen the new RoboCop.
Oh no, I
refuse.
saw the new RoboCop. It's not good.
No, of course it
Very
isn't.
sad. It's terrible.
Well, I
Wait.
think you could tell that it was taking its own premise seriously, which
It's not.
that's bad
great.
news.
It's not RoboCop. Yeah. No.
Man, I loved RoboCop as a child. I don't know how it holds
I
up.
really, really miss waking up.
So before the pandemic, my plan was let me build a RoboCop costume to go to Comic-Con, and I collected all this cardboard to create it. But then pandemic happened, and then I was like, well, not gonna do that. Not going to a
One day.
Comic-Con. One day.
Yeah, I feel like you can't give up on being RoboCop at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
It
Now
will
we're on
happen.
the other side. COVID's over.
That's your dream, and it's now my dream for you.
It will happen. I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, it is about to be Halloween. You could just be RoboCop.
That is true. It's very close to Halloween. Can I make a RoboCop costume in that time? I 100% can.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think the first thing
Oh, I can.
is
I don't know what I'm going to be for Halloween. I got so many ideas, and I just don't know which one to do.
What are your ideas?
The devil in disguise, which I'll just be the
Okay.
devil, but with one of those little pair of glasses with the mustache and the big nose.
Okay.
Um,
It's cute. Yep.
there was one I had that was HHH Holmes, which was Triple H mashed up with HH Holmes,
And stomachs. So
which
All right,
could
classic.
still be fun.
Classic.
And I feel like those were the two ideas that stuck that people would get. But I don't know. We'll see. Halloween's important. So if anyone else has any ideas, let me know. I know Brian Roth is watching.
okay.
Yeah, so if you've got ideas for Kevin, put them down in the chat, and we'll.
It's very important. And I don't
So
want
I recently had the idea to do. I really just want to get a power glove and be the kid from The Wizard.
Yeah.
Any of you ever seen that movie? Yes.
See, now you're making Rilo Kiley references.
Yes. Yes. And it was like, I don't even care if anybody knows who it is. I just want to have a power glove
That
and maybe
Yeah,
dress up as that kid from these because I got the blonde hair. I can kind of curl it and make it into a waft that he
you can
wears.
do that, yeah. Like
Yeah.
it just like the only thing I love the power glove. It's so
It's so
bad.
bad. Yes. Exactly.
It's the first.
I don't know.
That's like the first time in my life where I was like, oh, that's bad dialogue.
Yeah, right.
Well, you should go see Malignant.
Oh
Oh man, the dialogue is shit.
no.
Hey,
Oh, no.
look.
Oh right, I
at-
forgot that El Mejor Luchador was. I
Oh
just
my
rehashed
goodness.
this, and I still
Double.
forgot that.
Which wharf is that you're at?
That is at the Wharf of Las Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
If you, that was my favorite part of this. Was we were like, okay, we're gonna go to the bar on the wharf, and we're gonna go hit on Playboy Prometheus together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then I was like, I should ask David where this is because it's probably somewhere like landlocked and stupid. And then wouldn't that be better? And then I was just like, hey, where's the show coming from this week? Las Vegas. Perfect.
Yes. Just
Because Las Vegas, famous for its wharfs.
Yeah. All that water surrounding Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I've never been to Vegas. I don't know.
Me neither. You don't think you will?
I might, but like I don't like gambling because I like having money and I'm a barista, so I don't have much.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to go not for the gambling, but because everything is open like 24/7, and there's crazy lights and shows happening.
I go to sleep at like
And-
10. Usually, I go to sleep at like 10 o'clock at night because I have to wake up usually around like 5 or 6.
But if you're on vacation, I'm one of those people who are like, I will stay awake like 24/7 if I'm on
I can stay
vacation, if I'm
awake.
out doing something.
It sounds exhausting now that I'm old.
Yeah, I just went to Riot Fest in Chicago and I was very tired at the end of every night. And that got
That's
out
fair.
around midnight.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go late, but it has to start before 8 o'clock.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
If you got me starting before 8 o'clock, I will go as late as you want me to go.
But
But if you're
Okay.
like, hey, you want to do this thing at 9 o'clock? No, I
Good
don't.
to know. Putting it in my calendar.
what they see.
No, I'm an
No,
old man.
I'm one of those people. If I know I'm gonna be out,
Not the right
I
time.
can be out.
I should go.
I want to go to Las Vegas just because everything's open like 24/7. There's crazy shows. I want to like a bungee jump thing off the building.
I'd go for the food. Just to, like
Yeah.
go to a place with like a central place where it has like the best food from the country.
No, I don't care about that. I wanna
No,
see
I won't
the
eat
night-
my way through. the
I
United
want to
States.
do like there's a zip line through like old Las Vegas. Like I want to do the adrenaline stuff.
All the stuff that looks like you're inside because it's so lit up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so.
I'll probably only deal with it for like a day, and then I'll go escape to the desert and like it just be by myself for like 4 days afterwards.
Just eat a sack of mushrooms and just
Yes.
chill out.
Well, that's
Go to
like,
Burning Man.
The one time I've done Vegas, I also did Sedona on the same trip. and it's like an entirely different vibe.
I was gonna
and
say, yeah, Sedona's supposed to be beautiful.
yeah, it is,
to
and
get
it's
there,
like
yeah.
exactly what you need after Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I guess I would go to a Raiders game.
Here,
Oh, I
don't know
would
what that
straight
is.
up do a Knights game.
Yeah.
The
Either
pre-show for that
basketball?
is
I didn't
ridiculous.
like a dick or anything. It was a really beautiful song. It was almost like it was in
What? Sorry, what was that, Grace? Did you say basketball?
I don't know what either of those are. Raiders.
The Las Vegas Raiders are a football team, and the
Okay.
Las Vegas Knights, or the Golden Knights of Las
Golden
Vegas,
Knights,
basketball?
are
Hockey.
Hockey.
Who
All right,
a real
hockey's cool.
sport.
with all these other
I enjoy hockey because it's fast paced
attention
and people cause fights on the
Yeah, love
ice.
fights.
That's a good time. And then the sirens go off and you scream and shout. I feel like that doesn't happen a lot at other sports games.
I feel like hockey's
No.
just in my blood, being from Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing anything else today.
Those are the only games I truly enjoy. The hockey games in Boston.
Somebody else later.
People are fighting on the ice, sirens going off.
No, the
like a mini
the Vegas
rave.
Knights, the Golden Knights pre-show, like could be a QAW character. Like there was, they were playing the Jets in the playoffs, and their whole thing was like a knight fighting a jet.
That's awesome.
And they
Yes,
had the knight
exactly.
from like
Yes.
medieval times, like out on the ice, and they projected a jet flying towards it, and he took out his sword and he cut the jet in half.
Oh, man.
Amazing. That's my brain. That would be perfect. I love that.
Knights are famous for that.
Yeah, cutting jets in half. It's
Yes.
Oh, look who
Yes.
it is. It's Claire Bear.
Queen Bear.
That looks like a studio home for like a
Thank you.
PBS kids show.
It's just my home.
Is that
This
a
is what I
universal
live in.
title in the background? No, it's
That's
the
the Jingle Bells.
it's the Raw WWE title.
that is the jingle belt
the jingle
of
belt?
QAW.
Jingle
That is
Belt.
correct, yeah.
Sorry, I guess I only see what's underneath all those lights.
Yeah.
But like for some reason.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you sent them after Monster Darcy, and it
I
did
did.
not
I
go
said
well.
I said the Fight Cubs.
Do all these stuffed animals belong to you personally?
No, just the giant bear. The rest of them were all of my friends' dogs' toys that were all beat up.
Hey,
and
there's
torn apart.
RoboCop.
Yep, and there's my RoboCop.
Murphy.
Yep, that I played as Tommy Jr. and Claire Bear having conversations together. But yeah, the only one that was mine was the big bear. And then the rest of them were all beat up toys from my friends' dogs. They were like my friends' dogs' toys that I was living with, and they were all chewed up to hell. So I thought they would be good for Fight Cubs that got beat up by Monster Darcy.
Nice.
Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for inviting me to the
I don't have enough toys or stuffed animals around here.
lonely 11 months.
I have
down.
way too
It
many.
helps to have a 7-year-old. You just kind of rummage through and you find the prop that you need.
Well, I do have a Funko Pop of Forrest Gump that was given to me for my birthday by this man right
perfect.
here, Brian Rock Moonves.
Although I
Oh,
still had to like
wonderful.
make my own coloring book. So like there was the
Oh yeah, the coloring book. That was my favorite part. That was the only part that I wanted to do was quick coloring break.
this has got my
Yes.
my strategy book.
Wait, your kid doesn't have a coloring book?
He does, but I really wanted to do the bit where I crossed out coloring and replaced it with strategy.
Okay,
funny.
I like that. Yeah.
And I'm like, I have this like stupid joke brain where like one of the funniest things in the world to me and like 2 other people on planet Earth is when like someone is holding a thing and it's labeled as what it is. Like I don't know why.
I
But
agree.
like,
That's
give me a
why
guy
I
carrying around a fish that has like a little tag on it dangling off that just says fish.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
why I had
that's
my coloring book
high
that
comedy.
said coloring book. And I didn't make it clear enough, but all of what I was holding was a giant collection of a bunch of markers tied together coloring. And I
man.
thought that was great. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Some loaf content.
Oh boy.
What a villain.
I again, when you talk about what people put into this, I've heard Adi talk about like creating a fake Pinterest board for you.
A hungry you.
Yeah.
So that they could do this.
Be terrible.
The
But
Daniel Day-Lewis
would
of
also
QAW, a D.
To use location were that the instruction.
He really does, yeah. I hear that he joined the mob for a few weeks to practice being Broccoli Rob and really immerse himself into the character.
I wouldn't trust him if he didn't.
Yep.
So you is giving us rest.
Then, of course, his daughter became an actual baby to play Sydney Bean Salad.
It's kind of crazy that he had a child specifically for QAW.
Just for QAW. The best baby.
Loaf, the wrestler.
I will say some of my favorite parts of QAW is seeing Sydney Bean be Cindy Bean just on her own. Makes me so happy.
So funny. I love the captions. It's just so silly.
You put it all together.
She's so great.
Have to get revenge.
Very passionate.
I wish my niece was that talented. Molly, if you're watching, get better at professional wrestling. You're 14. Get over it.
That's right. And I have a.
Oh man, 14 is such a terrible age for commitment to the big.
Yeah. Since I know she's not here, I can say terrible person. But I love her. Her brother's better. He's 1.
Yeah, well, you know, 1 is the right age, as we've seen.
Yeah.
Thank you for taking a minute from your very busy schedule.
So much mayo.
I love loaf with the mayonnaise.
About All Access.
For a second, I forgot that was probably just a picture. I'm like, where'd they get all that mayonnaise?
Me too. No, I did the same thing. It's like they're very committed.
All Access then.
You have to you have to wonder sometimes because I did the bit for the Bachelorette, and I was
me again because
at my
you after you jumped me in a hallway.
my sister-in-law's house in front of my brother-in-law's bar.
Do you mind?
And Ashley just assumed that was a background, and her brain melted a little bit when I reached behind me and grabbed a whiskey off of it.
That's awesome.
Is there anything?
Oh, well, I used to film in the Claire's, and everyone didn't believe that I was in a Claire's, but I would just close the store and then film. Or before I opened the store, I would film.
I knew that the Claire's was real. I thought that icing was a made-up thing for the longest time. I think we talked about this last time, though.
Yeah.
I did not. Yeah.
No, it's all access.
Right. It's sad. It's depressing.
I thought that you took a Claire's and just like did a screenshot of it and drained the color away.
And perhaps it's underused demands.
I only filmed it work once, I think.
Arts and teaching squad, but new fans.
Just hard when you're making.
Ask me, Education and Loaf the Wonder Bread have stolen.
Technically, we've lost Grace again.
Crowd.
Nice.
But technically, I always do this at work because I work from home. So
Calculus.
Well, that's nice. I wish I could work from home, but there's definitely no way I could in my life.
It's hard to barista from home, yeah.
That's true. If only I had 0 dreams of performing.
All Loaf wants to do is hug you.
Go work in an
loves
office.
you, and everybody loves.
Oh yeah, once you commit to this is only a hobby, then
certainly is all.
Never.
You can be all kinds of professional.
Oh, never. I'm gonna die a barista.
And then when you walk past, I walked past a vending machine that no, I didn't actually walk past it. Somebody posted a picture of a vending machine with a little note on it that said "The light is out, but I still work."
Oh, I feel that.
And I was in a real bad job when I saw that image, and I think it broke me
They're
inside.
former men's
damn
tag
it.
team champions.
Luckily, I really like my
finals
job.
in a ladder match, so certainly
It helps.
They have been great at scoring
Like coffee.
pinfall victories.
Sometimes
Although
Education himself shows up to Revival Cafe where I work, and that's nice.
Also, Tina D. Heller, one of the final one of the final 2 left in that 2MB debut Royal Rumble up against the Clown. So certainly, it seems both of these competitors.
Oh, she's back.
She's back again.
They are talented in-ring fighters.
thought we'd lost you.
Just on the cusp
No,
of
no.
glory.
Again.
Perhaps under the guidance of you, they might accomplish.
I got to keep the suspense up. You
Situations,
know.
I think, where wins and losses truly do not tell the whole story.
There we got once again All Access. A lot of people appearing multiple times on the show this week.
Yeah.
How many press-on tattoos does a D own?
A lot.
It's
too many.
Yeah, I don't.
Look at something and then say, "Oh well, wins."
I don't know. I know that at one point he was drawing it on himself.
All access.
What?
To be dripping in talent. Oh,
That's
my
pretty
goodness.
good.
Okay.
It's pretty good for
Yeah.
Here they are, folks. If you haven't studied for your SATs,
And then for
make sure you do
the
so. The starch and teaching.
top rope, he was just like stickers.
isn't here,
Oh,
which leads me
yeah.
to believe that Loaf has either absorbed or eaten her.
That's smarter.
Well, we understand.
I guess you don't have any
Yeah.
press-on tattoos that'll cover that
Make
space.
sure you check out
Yeah.
Sleepover Saturdays at 10 p.m. Wait! Oh my
Oh.
God! It's a
Oh
Vintage
shoot!
Slams.
Oh shoot!
The Nightmare Gentlemen. They've taken down.
They're
Look at that.
so bald.
It's 2MB Overlord
They're
Matt
so
Fear.
bald.
The match is going to go uncajoled tonight.
No, apparently not. But Willard, he's already forced them back into the ring, and look, they're already set up. This match is
Wow.
still happening.
What a clean transition.
Yeah.
Yep, very clean.
I certainly don't.
Every
know
now and
No
then,
funny
I
business
marvel
here.
at
I certainly know
the
what that
professionalism
means.
of our setup.
With a dramatic
That's awesome.
advantage.
I
Yeah,
just
good for
love
you
that
and Pat.
it
A
literally
hell
does
of a
not
past
matter.
couple weeks.
None of it.
I heard you groan
It's
and
better
you
when
sit
it's
down
when it's
there.
jumpy.
just-
Honestly,
I
the
agree.
amount of
It's so funny.
pain
So
and
like
the amount
actually
of
when
stuff
I
you
was
have to put
working
up
with
ever since the
Playboy
generation, Wellington
Prometheus,
Arms and Diamond have
and
returned.
I was sending him
insurmountable.
stuff, and I was like, "Listen, if you gotta cut shit from Claire Bear, if you gotta speed her up," and he was like, "Won't that look kind of choppy? Won't that look kind of whatever?" I was like, "We're on QAW." I was like, "This is a comedy show." I was like, "It's fucking funny." I was like, "You let Claire Bear jump from to whatever to whatever." I was like, "Let her talk at 10 miles a minute, like whatever." It's
we
funny.
all didn't
We're
know
not-
how to edit before this started.
Yeah, no.
I was like, who
for real.
cares? I was like, we have a time frame that we have to fit. All right, we can't fit
terribly
everything,
lopsided.
so cut whatever you need to. If I gotta jump, it's okay. If I gotta talk
he did come to your aid,
super
but
fast,
him,
that's
he
okay.
who took the
It's
pin.
not that
The
serious.
super
people.
fast talking Claire Bear is my favorite. When,
Me
were
too.
obviously
Yeah,
doing
when she
I'm very
speeds up the
glad I
chipmunk mode.
discovered that. Yeah,
kicked out upwards of a dozen
There's
times.
a real like
Yes,
there's a disconnect in my brain. It's like, doesn't she always talk like that? No, this is sped up.
Which is how I tend to
I
cover
agree.
it.
I love when
That's tough and Eddie.
I don't know. I don't remember exactly when I discovered that, but I was like, oh,
I
if
did
I
get in there
just
and
speed up Claire Bear, then I fit my time regulation of 2 minutes or whatever, and it's actually really funny because Claire Bear is like hyper
work out my
on crack or whatever, and she's like insane, so it makes it funnier if she's going extra fast.
Even though I
Confirmed.
We should
Claire
find a way
Bear
to like
Yeah.
slow the poet down. Actually,
haven't come to an accord with the generation.
like just like lower the RPMs on the poet by like 10.
Just a bit, yeah.
Operations.
I talk too slow,
It's so
and I just don't know how to
sloppy.
stop.
It was, dare I say, villainous.
So it's a
Like,
very
I just like
intense
watch all my
delivery.
takes. I'm just like,
Breaks
oh
my heart
no.
because so many of the positive initiatives that I put forth have clearly been pushed aside for their own gain.
Mhm.
or-
That's like
Tag into the
I want people to like
horrible
have
monstrosity
a
that is
space
low.
to put some of the stuff that they never used.
Moonves, that could be a huge shift in
I
the
wanna
Like
put
I feel
Oh
like
my
people have got to
goodness.
have so
I have
many like
so much
weird
stuff.
takes that they never.
They just want
It's
to
like, yeah, this went a little wrong, or I started giggling to myself, or
away on business.
I have
I
so
forgot
much
a major
stuff.
plot point because I was so into the character.
Loaf has consumed her.
So many takes
I
of
think-
plane
I
just
think Lord
going
General
over
might
my
be
house.
securing some additional guests for sleepover.
'Cause I'm right here
right
near
now,
the
Loaf
airport.
locking, Brian Rock Moonbase, and
I have a lot of things. There's
Loaf
many
locking,
times whenever Claire
appearing in
Bear
the
like had a
showrunner,
speech
Royal
where I was
Rumble
like,
on
I
New
need to
Year's
make an
Eve.
announcement to
White
QAW, and that would go on for like 5 or 6 minutes because it was like all of this stuff is important. And I was like, oh shoot, it can only be 2 minutes long, so it just
Yeah.
chop so much stuff. And I was like,
I
Claire
eventually
is
started
very
scripting my
passionate.
promos.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
Because
gonna
I
ask,
couldn't,
do you write it out at all?
everyone in
I didn't at first, and I had to do so many takes to get it in on time that I started
budding or
scripting out a little bit.
expressing
Yeah,
some
I
And
kind
it's
of-
never as written, but it's always, you know.
designate a blue ribbon government.
I
I kind
never
of just like going with an
scripted.
idea.
Well, that brings
Yeah.
us to another sponsor tonight.
I
folks, The
usually
Last
was
of Us,
like,
that
so when I was
classic
working
video
at Claire's,
game with
I would make up my
Stunning
promos
glance
as I
taking
was
over the
driving
world.
to
If you
work,
want your own
and I was
copy
like
of The
thinking
Last
about
of
what
Us,
I wanted to
please
say as I'm
vote for
driving,
Rumble
and then
Guide.
literally I would film it
It's
before I
140 characters or
opened
less.
up Claire's
Explain
at
why
like
you
with
love Love.
the backdrop of Claire's,
sure to
or I'd film it right
include
before I
QAW so we
closed.
can track
So
it
it was
for
like
social media.
literally within like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's when I would think of what I wanted to say exactly, and then I would just like try to spit it off the cuff as much as I
Absolutely. But
could.
Love's now looking to hit
And then I
fight
still kept
thread
with
number
that sort
2.
of premise. It was just like, okay, think about what I want to say and then just say it as much as I could. And then I was like, okay, if I need to cut, it's easy enough. It's easier to cut
It's the powerhouse of all
than it
that.
is to like fill
DVD
in, you
bring up
know?
the technical side
Yeah.
here, but Loaf the Wonder Bread certainly no
Well,
slouch.
and that's, you know, like all of the turd talks are
Rippling with
like
what might be
15
muscles.
minutes that I've got to cut down to
Probably
10.
sure, but no, now
Yeah. Yeah,
and
yeah.
unless it's with Britt Mitchell. Anytime Britt Mitchell, like if I've got the uterus or if I've got rainbow brittles, it is 21 minutes that I've got to somehow cut down to 10. Like we go forever and it's all wonderful and I don't want it to stop. And then I look at the clock and I'm like, crap.
Yeah, so when I did the Jingle Belt promo with all the female wrestlers, and I was like, hey guys, I just need you to give me like these couple of shots. That's it. I need a shot of you doing this. I need a shot of you doing this. I need a shot of you do this. Britt gave me like a 5-minute movie. And I was like, Britt, like I need to fit this into 2 minutes out of everybody. But then David was also like, you can extend it to like 3 minutes or something because you're using everybody. But I was like, oh my god, Britt. So then I ended up using her stuff like as an after credits thing, and then she also ended up I think she got mad that I cut a bunch of her stuff, and then she took it and made it into her own separate promo against me later, like in the same episode. She's great. She's got so many ideas. But I just remember she gave me her stuff, and I was like, Britt, it was like 5 minutes long, and it was like the most I can use for total was like 2.5, 3 minutes. So I was like, what am I gonna do with all of this? I gotta figure it out. And I was like, David, what do I do?
Hit that Superman punch he does.
We made it work.
You always make it work. It's just there's so much of it that you can't, like I physically can't use it because after the first 2 turd talks, David was like, look, you've got to keep this under 10 minutes. You cannot keep
work or research or
running this over time.
But even so, like it's so interesting because it's so funny when I have an idea about Claire Bear and I have this like speech idea or something and I go, and then I watch it later on in my head as I'm thinking about it before I do it. I'm like, this is great, like this is an amazing idea, and then I watch it and I'm like, oh my god, I'm talking forever. Like who is gonna pay attention to this? Nobody. Chop, 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 chop. I'm like, just cut it off. Like why did I think?
Tried to hit Eddie there, but
most of the edits come from that. Yeah, like it just not even like needing to get it to 2 minutes, but like God, that was this weird exposition bomb.
We've seen
like it's unnecessary.
Lately,
Who
ever
cares?
since forming this tag.
And so I had like two options. I could stop doing exposition bombs, or I could do those fake those Governor of New Jersey tribute promos.
He and I crossed paths.
Yeah.
Earlier in the year.
You figure it
because
out.
John can pull off the exposition. He can pull off like, here's what's happening in QA, because he's got that like real sincere energy about him. Like, yeah, I'm excited about this thing that I already know about.
Perfectly aligned in your political views to respect the other person.
This is
my challenge is always getting it to sound natural.
Oh, they're up to 7 here. Are we about to see a count out, Mike?
No, they're not Nathan Burke. They're not jerks.
Okay, you're right. He throws him back in.
Excellent. I hate countouts more than anything. And now, yes, Brian tags in the Shamash Lightbringer, TV&D.
TV&D, yes, you're right. He is the Shamash. Brings light to QAW, but now
we will not have a second.
Eddie.
Has he been put in permanent detention like
So wait, Ben, how did you get into
I was the runner-up
QAW?
in the Shamash tournament. I could have come back.
So I was there's a group of us that has
from any in-ring competition,
just a wrestling chat,
we'll be seeing
and David and Brian are two of the folks on that. And so like this,
an Enzu clothesline there from the back.
I was one of the first ones that David made because he was just messing around, like, hey, I'm gonna make you guys in this game.
Between being an in-ring competitor and a father backstage, a Lightbringer.
That's awesome.
What would you want to be? I'm like, well, I'm give me like the mat technician and give me the American males entrance thing. They don't have the American males entrance thing. Okay, well, give me the one that they used for
Thank you, TV&D, for getting
Canellis.
Yeah, such a good song.
It is. It's so cheesy and so wonderful.
So when this started, what did you think it was going to be?
Like a few weeks worth of fake wrestling promos.
Bringing Eddie to his feet, looking at.
Like I was gonna do. Like I didn't come in with like a full character because I was just like, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna cut a weird promo, and then I'll cut a weird promo, and then this thing's gonna last a while. I guess I've got to figure out what my character is.
He's up against the cloud.
Okay, my character hates fun. And then I did the but even then I was still like, okay, this is a wrestling show, so I wanted to do things where it's like, I'm gonna make fun of things in wrestling. So I did the thing where Deadly Fred and I had to wrestle each other every week.
You can still
And that was my because when you watch Monday Night Raw, it's the same matchup every week for a month.
Yeah, right? It's so true.
It is true, and it sucks.
And so that was going to be my thought. But like, by the time we did the second one of those, it was like, we can't just keep doing this for the same reason that it sucks. For the same reason that I wanted to make fun of it.
Go out
It gets old.
drive Le Magnifique to the airport.
So you were really at the beginning of this whole thing.
Yeah, I was in the opening one. Ground floor.
The remedy,
Wow.
if you will, or the,
I am in one of the test matches. One of the possibly Tommy Jr. and Lloyd are not the first wrestling match.
It seems that way. Neither member of the Starch Teaching Squad is really
Like one of the test matches that's on the YouTube channel is me and Magnifique Nordique with no commentary.
Oh.
Did you expect that it would like develop into all these crazy storylines like
absolutely not.
Bachelorette and
I thought
stuff?
no. I didn't know. I knew David
I watched a loaf
and like maybe two other people at the start.
about the many
And
sandwiches.
in the beginning it was very much we're growling and we're cutting wrestling promos, but they're funny.
Yeah.
Also, there is a very special New Jersey.
And the thing has definitely evolved. I don't think anybody knew it was going to be what we have now.
It would be one
It was mostly because this will be a fun thing to do for a few weeks before we get our lives back.
Well, if you purchase a Governor of New Jersey T-shirt,
Even from the point I joined, I was like, "Oh, this will be fun for a minute."
And give you that sandwich.
And then they moved to 2MB, and I was like, "Oh God."
a legally binding promise.
Absolutely, but now Eddie busted open there.
Something
And
else.
I did not expect it to be a thing that I would when I stopped doing Turd Talk for the week, I became unmoored from time. Like I just didn't know where in the week I was because I'm like, okay, this is the day that I record the thing. This is the day that I edit it together. And then on Tuesday, since I finished editing the Turd Talk, now I will edit together the El May horror promo for the week. And then Wednesday is post a thing, and then Thursday's the show, and then Friday is all right. Let's start thinking about the next match.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly how my timeline started. I was like, all right, this is the day that I think about what match I want to do, or like who I want to work with, or what storyline I want to do, pitch it. This is the day that I film it. This is the day I edit it. 100%. Yeah.
Victory. It looks like you will be proud of
the best. I feel like my favorite was always like when David was like, "Does anybody want to fight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll fight." And then I just make something up like 5 minutes before he puts everything together, and I'm like, I'm just gonna pull whatever I have together in my room and make whatever shit I want to make.
Seems that way. But great stuff there from All Access. Sure, but coming up after
They were still All Access at this point, or had they no? Yeah, they're doing up with you, so they were.
Oh yeah, they were All Access.
Gentlemen of Fear again.
Oh damn.
Taking down All Access, they are stomping out any tag team opposition that they see here in QAW.
Are these people? Gentlemen, Doug and
Matt Fear, our 2MB overlord.
Doug, they're making a name.
Fear itself.
Top of their jerky belt wins, folks. Don't go anywhere. More action ahead.
Fuck.
Here we are again.
Oh my goodness. Amazing.
Oh no, there's a fire. I'm a fireman. Fire business complete. Peekaboo Street and shit. Olympics. Diamond David, I get that this is your company, but guess what? I'm the champ and the commissioner. So what I say goes.
Seems like
behind this door is me as champ. Your champ and everyone's champ. Behind this door is me getting my ass kicked somewhere in the future, losing the belt, but then having a nice little rematch. That's the beauty of being the commissioner. I get to give myself whatever I want. Okay? The generation.
In retrospect, the Juice Box was always a heel, right?
Oh my god. Juice Box, amazing.
I make
Right? It's one of those complicated
sleep unless
things.
He's an anti-hero. The
He
juice
like
box.
wants to. It's like he's pretending to be the face, but he's a heel. But is he because he's a heel against a heel?
Wherever you want it.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Lullaby.
I mean, David is a heel, correct?
There was definitely a clear time where he was a face. I think first this is the generation he's the face, just because the generation are clearly
The heel. Yeah. And and he's
But otherwise, Juice Box is a heel. I don't know. I don't immediately take the Juice
he's
Box.
like, what was it? Somebody related him to John Cena. He comes out like a heel, but everybody kind of hates him. Or no, he comes out like a face. He's supposed to be a face, but everyone kind of hates him. So he turns into a heel a little bit, but not really. Like, not purposefully becomes the heel. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. John Cena is a very complicated relationship with me.
Yeah, as with
I hated
everyone.
him for so much.
That's what I'm saying. But he technically was supposed to be a face, but everybody hated him.
Well, it wasn't everybody is the problem.
Exactly. That's the juice box. Like, technically, he's supposed to be a face, but everyone hates him, so he's technically a heel.
Yes, though I think Sips Harrison is a face.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think that's a fair assessment. Sips Harrison is the face, and the Juice Barks.
Juice
is
Barks.
the heel.
Juice Barks, the dog.
I have to say that even when I'm not doing the turd voice, or I will lose the pronunciations.
Juice Barks.
Yeah. Such a
All
brittle
right,
fan.
Swole. Oh my goodness. Can never know what she's going to create.
Yeah, it's Swole here. Swole Brittles here. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. No, this isn't Dora the Explorer. I'm not going to answer back. Just be quiet to yourselves. Don't talk.
Fantasia poster.
I have a match.
And is it Fantasia?
Anastasia.
Fascinating.
I would also just like
so many
I would watch Britt do like a Dora the Explorer type show where she just talks back to children that aren't there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She would do amazing with that. Are you kidding me? Britt would do amazing doing any of those kind of shows.
Yeah.
Doing any show.
She's just fun to watch. And it's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what really happens when all those things, when all those turd talks with her go long. It's that I am enjoying it so much that I forget to check the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when she goes on these like weird little side things, I want to go on that trip with her, and I don't even care.
Yeah. Britt is one of those people where she's in the character and she is going to ride and she does not care about anything else. She is there and she's going to go for it. And you're just going to enjoy the time and you're going to forget that it's been 30 minutes long.
And like
She's
my
invested.
favorite QAW thing that I've done was the commentary with Turd and Crazy Jerry.
Oh my God,
And-
Crazy
Oh,
Jerry,
man.
yes.
And that was
amazing.
so fun to do, and I was just dying. And then like when you watch it back, it's David like having to deadpan all of this nonsense going on around him that really just knocks it all home.
So amazing. So
Like you can hear Buckley Swantoon losing the will to live over the course of that episode.
Yeah, the two of you together. Oh my goodness. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, that was fun. I remember that one. So silly.
I'm the Swole in the land. You're unkillable. That sounds bland.
I also appreciate Britt because she basically like just thinks of something and then she does it like so simple. Like it doesn't have to be an elaborate storyline, nothing like that. Just like, I just want to say these things and that's what I'm going to say. And it works like perfectly.
I don't think Swole Brittles really adheres to the most strict of training schedules. But either way, the unkillable woman, she's certainly not going to die this match. But a native of your state there, Governor.
Yes, that's right. I don't know if it was something in
The
our-
unkillable woman is
something in our
frozen?
blood.
No.
The
too
unkillable
much.
woman and her brother, the unkillable man, have been blessed with remarkable
I have to
toughness
say,
and
unkillable woman, unkillable man.
The unkillable
Amazing.
woman feels sick after this
Duo.
match. Probably the fucking Vindaloo.
Well, you know,
I could
watch a whole match like this.
great
I
representative.
could watch an Unkillable Man movie, honestly.
Oh my
Like,
goodness. I
just-
just wish I was
like one of
smart
those, like-
enough. Sorry, good.
Never quit.
One of those like Saturday Night Live, like take a character and make a bad movie with them movies where it's just like an hour and a half of him explaining his origin to everyone that he comes across while he saves an orphanage.
Yeah. I wish I was smart enough to be like, my thing is just gonna be this, and that's all I have to do anytime somebody challenges me. Like just this little bit here, and that's it. I can do it wherever, whenever, 2 seconds, done. So perfect. But my brain goes like 700 steps ahead, and I'm like, I want to create XYZ in a fantasy
Well, that's
world.
I want to tell a story. I want to plot it out. I want to
Yeah.
This is where I want to end up. I want to end, with Playboy Prometheus, with even Deadly Fred. With it was always like this is where we want to end it. We want to have it go to this match, and then let's see what happens.
Right, but it's right. But every time I see Unkillable Man, it just like makes me so happy because he's just so what's gonna happen. It's predictable, but it's so fun, and it's just so simple and like so.
But even then, you put him in the team with Gorthal, you give him a win, and all of a sudden it's like, okay,
yeah.
now there's layers. He also really appreciates friendship.
Yeah. It's great. So great.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Well, folks, as you said, not a
something going.
that overhead soup like this. You said Swole Brittles does
I also like Swole Brittle's outfit in the game, and part of me wants to create that in real life.
It's very rockers.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember, I think when I started this show, I was like, Brett, I will make that outfit for you if you want, because I love making costumes and like cosplay and stuff like that. And I was like, I can do that. I'll make it. It's so fun and colorful, and there's fringe. Oh.
Wow, quick.
Oh, that was
Yep.
There was one hell of a return.
Well, the Unkillable Woman did live.
Unkillable woman.
True.
So we
They
got that
always
fun.
live.
You did.
Unless they don't.
But one thing is for sure, the Unkillable
We have not
woman-
had like an in-ring murder yet,
Did
I
not
guess.
die, and she won't be
Not
dying.
yet.
I mean, do you remember, all right, flashback to when
We'll see
Diamond David fought Juicebox and lasered him?
Yeah,
So he was
but-
in the, I know it wasn't murder, but we did not know that David had that laser eye. And then he was just like, I'm just going to laser Juicebox till we think that he's dead, but he's in a hospital bed or whatever. That was pretty close. That was pretty close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Love Doctor got laser-eyed in the dick, so you just have to.
But the first was Juicebox, I think.
Yeah, he was the
That
first one to get the
reveal.
laser.
That was the first
Yeah.
reveal. That was
Love is a Battlefield, wasn't it?
That was pretty close. Yeah, I think so. That was pretty close to death. I was like, holy shit, what? Are you allowed to do that in a ring? Fucking laser people?
Yeah, when you run the show.
I guess so.
Then you can add those little twerps and beeps in.
Alright, we got Doctor.
I can't remember what was going on with the Doctor at this point.
Me neither. But,
But
it's
that
probably-
is
He's being spied on. Okay.
okay.
to the future.
Bye.
Oh, there we go.
Oh boy. With the future.
The future. Wow. Now there's a guy who never gave up on making a wrestling show.
Nope.
He's like, you know what? You guys can make your variety show, but I am still going to be a pro wrestler in all of my promos.
Yep. And
And
he
I will get
always has the
sillier.
amazing sunglasses.
but I will,
Ooh,
at
this
my
guy.
heart,
You even stand for.
like this is as gimmicky as he got right here, and it was
Oh
still
my goodness.
pro wrestling promo.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
makeup is elaborate.
You.
Yeah.
You see, when one of the world's greatest natural.
I think one time I offered to do his eye makeup.
is getting ragdolled
Because I think I suggested like if he takes off those glasses and he just like had amazing eye makeup, and he was like, "Yo, yes, that sounds awesome." I was like, "I know, you should do that. I'll do it for you."
I'll play your game.
Because he typically wears those giant sunglasses with all the rhinestones.
Well, that was I always like I kind of always wanted to ask him if he stopped doing his promos in his car because it looked like he was doing like a YouTube like for some alt-right site with the sunglasses in the car seat.
Oh no!
It was like, did somebody like knock on your window and ask
It
you
was
where to
like,
sign
"Can
up for the local Nazi club?
Oh
Is that why you stopped doing your promos in the car?
no! Oh no! Oh, here comes a clown.
What happened to you?
Does Matt know that he's got a thing up here? There you go. Thank you.
I've just been on a free fall. You used to be respected, but now French fried potatoes.
Well, there's the clown. The clown loves the chaos.
Reign in QAW history.
I think Dana was the first person to figure out that okay, this is not a wrestling show. I'm not gonna let wins and losses like do this.
Yep, I 100% see that. Like he does not give a shit if he wins or loses. However, he is terrifying. He's like the most terrifying one. Correct?
Yeah, I think that's right. Outside of like the first time I saw Loaf, which was genuinely horrifying.
But clown across the board is like very consistent in just being fucking weird and terrifying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I watching? I'm having existential crises right now. Like, this is scary.
Which I mean makes it when he does just like go in and go like full I'm gonna do a bit now, it just makes it that much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun being his partner now. It's a great brain to be around.
Yeah.
That's a text thread that I would like to eavesdrop on.
Yeah.
The first promo we did together was that one where we just did separate words, and it was just because Dana's like, let's just record sad words.
Oh my god, so good.
And so I just like sent him a bunch of things of me just saying random words in random places.
What are you guys are pros and cons, right?
Yeah.
So good. It's so good. It's such a perfect matchup. It's such a perfect matchup. Because it's like
I wasn't
both.
expecting it when it happened, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh, all right. Because I was retired. I was ready to just go
Yeah.
out. And then
The clown, the
she was
No,
like,
I think
yeah,
it's
you want to
great.
do this? I'm like,
Yeah.
No holds barred.
I think it's
Did he
a great
pitch it to you
matchup.
with the name of the team?
No, I think I want to say that maybe David came up with pros and cons.
Okay.
I don't remember, to be perfectly honest. Somewhere on Facebook Messenger.
It makes sense that he reached out because he really did. Like after our program, he was like, "No, I'm just gonna have him be like really sad and really emo."
Yeah, the most emo team in QAW history.
Yeah.
I would have called you Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah.
That would have been nice. Roll me some dashboards.
It works so perfectly. Like
that the clown and the
watching the clown by himself, I'm not. It makes me uncomfortable. But watching you two together, I'm like, oh, this is sweet. It's like they found each other, and like they're both sad boys together.
Yes, it's very nice.
Yeah.
I also like being part of a team just because it takes a lot of pressure off of me.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, started as something of a joke, and now he's
Slightly the opposite. I do have fun with Breckstream. I like that team match.
the list of accolades goes on.
But I like going solo a lot because I can just do it whenever I want to and make up whatever I want without
once
having
you
to
start
consult
waiting for
somebody
other people to
else.
send you their stuff,
Yeah.
your timeline,
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah, right?
losing record for
It's great. It can be great sometimes. But also, I'm like, I just want to like make up a stupid thing in my room and then have that be my promo and not have to wait on somebody else or like work with somebody.
Yeah, people, terrible people.
I know.
I mean, ultimately
Human
though, like
beings.
that's the thing. Like it's being able to like sit around and make something with somebody that I.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps, and also.
And what's so bad, it's like I feel like mostly everybody that I've worked with, I was like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. Like just gave them the plan. And then like I would work with them a little bit on things, but majority of the time overall I was like, well, this is my plan and this is what I would like you to do. And they were like, okay, cool. And I was like, great. It's like, here's my thing. I'll edit it together. I'll make it look pretty. No worries. I'm a slight control freak, just a little bit.
Well, and I try not to, you know. Well, I mean, you've dealt with me enough times. I try not to give you too much instruction. Like, here's generally what I'm looking for, and then you send me something perfect, and I go, great.
Certainly, the psychological.
No, if somebody is asking to work with me and they're like, hey, can you do XYZ? I like it best if they can give me exact instructions, because I'm like, I would need to know exactly how long. I need to know exactly what I should be saying or like what I should be doing. So like, yes, but I'm glad the stuff I gave you was good. I also tried to incorporate. I'm like, okay, we only have so much time, because I remember I think the time we did the dragon thing or whatever, and I think I gave you like a 2-minute long thing, and you're like, I have 2 minutes, and I was like, that's right. Sorry.
How does
Just
Nordeep
cut
keep
whatever
his
you
hat
want.
on when he wrestles?
How does he what?
Keep this hat on when he's wrestling.
It's one of the great mysteries of QAW. All of our hatted wrestlers.
In that gubernatorial season.
Yeah. I mean, how does he keep the mask on?
I mean,
well, the mask
And a
is just
pointy
fastened
nose.
to your face.
The gentleman
But he's
does
got a
keep the
pointy
monocle
nose
on.
that could-
Back at Scared Circle.
There's
I
a
think
history
so.
of masks in wrestling. Just ask
Yeah.
El Mejor Luchador.
Clown going for cover.
But like hats are tough.
He'll be in our
Hat-
But this one's got a pointy nose, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the nose seems like it would get in the way of a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's a Sleep No More mask. Or a Plague Doctor mask,
Oh,
I
he's
guess.
doing push-ups. He's fit.
Playboy Prometheus.
Yeah, he is fit.
I've recently started working out again.
Wow.
I know those
Start-
push-ups
you
are
can start
hard.
up- Yeah.
I've never worked out once. I don't think.
It's not fun. I'm not
No, it doesn't
like
seem fun.
I do it,
So I think,
and I'm not one of those people. Like I'm infinitely jealous of people who like feel rewarded
I bet that'll be AC's.
So I
as we saw
by working out.
Bachelorette earlier.
I have to sign up for classes so people can yell at me and tell me what to do. Because then I'm like, if somebody's telling me and yelling at me to do it, then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then like the next day I'll be really upset about it because my body's sore. But then it's like the next time I do it, I'm like, okay, my body
Who
feels
knows?
less sore.
We've never
I'm like,
seen
I know in my mind it'll be
really,
okay.
Yeah.
But man, those push-ups are hard. They're hard to do.
And it's
Yeah,
one of
they're
those
boring.
things,
After
I
you
do
just flip the
it,
guy.
and then like I get into the routine, and then like if I lose the routine for a week, I have to start over.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
it's
yeah,
right back
it's
to
hard.
everything hurts.
Oh, for sure.
I'd rather play
Yeah.
kickball.
than any other answer I thought.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather just play sports or like learn a martial art if I can.
Yeah.
I have never learned a martial art, but I could if I tried.
Yeah. Part of my brain sometimes is like, all right, I worked out, and then this night as my workout will be, let me just go out dancing, because dancing is a workout. Let me go out, but then I kind of counterbalance it because I'll have drinks or whatever.
I get it. I've been drinking this Down East donut cider, and I feel like it's probably not good for me.
That guy Pete's up there.
It's terrible for you.
It comes in a 4-pack though, which is weird.
Into these
Yeah,
competitors.
that's healthier than a 6-pack. So there you go.
It is, but I don't get why it comes in a 4-pack. It's not. It's Down East. It's not craft cider.
But is it like bigger cans?
No,
Well,
it's like a
12
12-ounce can.
Oh, that's
It's
weird.
a rip.
That is weird.
Get your
5.2%
money
alcohol.
back.
Well, as you
Is it just a cider thing? I don't know. I don't know much about
No,
ciders.
Down East. Like there was like a 6 or 12-pack right next to it of various ciders.
as you can see,
You got duped.
Whatever. Who cares?
You got duped.
Various.
The liquor store guy is a big wrestling fan, and it's fun to talk to him.
Did
Did you tell him about
he
the
give you
show?
a discount?
No. I tell him I've told him about the show before, but he's probably never watched it.
Here, but an impressive crap.
But he's like a GCW fan and loves deathmatch wrestling.
Oh man.
I saw a friend, I think last weekend. And he was like, yo, I watched that QAW wrestling. And I was like, yeah. He's like, it was crazy. And I was like, I know, right? He's like, yeah, what? Like, it's so interesting every time I talk to people that watch it for the first time. They're like, what the fuck did I just watch? And they're like, what? What? Excuse me?
Some of my wrestling friends watch it. They're just like, love how silly it is.
not a boy, but a full-grown man.
Yeah, he's 80 years old.
It's truly a show for like wrestling fans.
Computers, predictive analytic
I don't know. I think if more people watch it,
And like I think it spans a lot, but I feel like in its core, it's for like wrestling fans because it's like
a great score that this match
a good parody of it all.
Yeah, I mean,
think it spans like you can enjoy it if you're not a wrestling fan, but you're really gonna enjoy it if you're a wrestling fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's I talked to David about this a lot. Like it's simple storytelling. Like everybody knows what their character is and what their character wants. And that you like that's such a basic thing that every improviser in America should know how to do. But also, how often when you watch televised wrestling is that not true of what you're seeing?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. When you watch wrestling, all it is fucking storytelling.
Yeah.
With just some matches in between.
So
Honestly,
this is what I wish wrestling could be. I wish it could be like this much nonsense and this much, still have the wrestling.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like wrestling is a lot of nonsense. Like there's so much nonsense.
It's mostly
We
nonsense.
just take it to another level because like
I think
we're in a video game and like we're also comedians doing whatever the fuck we want. But to be fair, a lot of the storylines that we do could probably translate to wrestling shows. I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, according to the rules of his
I mean, all of them that don't involve like squirrels in a Gundam, I think is probably.
Well, that or maybe he got
Somewhere you could do that.
with us since the beginning.
Maybe Lucha Underground.
Doesn't know these arenas that well.
Lucha Underground probably could have
like the rest of the
No,
casino.
I think that's true. You could probably like have somebody in like the suit,
Your way around.
Yeah.
and then just all the promos are squirrels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of these people.
Because if you watch wrestling, there's a lot of ridiculousness and there's a lot of storytelling, and like that's basically
It's
what
always-
it's focused around.
I'm always so weirded out by what like old head wrestling fans like are and aren't willing to accept as real.
Yeah.
Like, the biggest Undertaker fan in the world is I can't, these little guys throwing super kicks and beating up bigger guys. It doesn't make any sense. Your favorite wrestler is a zombie who summons lightning.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, right.
My little Undertaker right there. I just watched the Escape the Undertaker last night.
How was that? I want it to
Better.
be good.
It's
But
better than a lot of what WWE's put out.
Oh.
It's
damning
fun.
with faint praise.
I would watch it with your kid.
Off of the blackened
It's
table.
probably a good thing for that sort of situation.
I have not introduced him to pro wrestling. yet.
Well, you don't
Aside
actually
from
know anything
his
about wrestling.
Cameo.
Going to town on the match.
Aside from his cameo, yeah.
Aside from his cameo is Concourse Zom 3.
Wait, how old is he? Like
He's 7.
7? I was gonna say.
Are you,
That's old
do you
enough
want
for
to introduce him
wrestling.
to wrestling?
Oh my God! Oh,
Not anytime soon.
Like I don't want him to be breaking tables and chairs right now.
I'm not even worried about him emulating it. I just don't want him to learn like his gender roles from professional wrestling.
That's
That's a good
fair.
point.
That's fair. I appreciate that.
Real acrobatics.
Just indie wrestling.
Springboard Hurricane
Yeah,
Rana.
there you go. Yeah.
Even indie wrestling is real hit and miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a very long way to go. QAW is probably the most progressive wrestling.
Probably, except for we still don't allow intergender wrestling because the game won't let it happen.
Yeah, I wish we could do intergender wrestling. It'd be so fun. Then I could wrestle Swole Brittles.
Thank
Oh.
you. There are no countouts. I could watch
Dream.
it for hours.
Then I could wrestle Claire, which is something I think that would have been fun.
Right?
And Claire needed to be able to murder Tommy Jr. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Like she needed to ear pierce him through a steel cage or something.
Oh my goodness, that would have been amazing.
What the fuck is this commercial?
I could have
Oh,
easily taken. Let's be real.
fuck Arby's.
Claire Bear could have easily taken Tommy Jr.
Oh,
no
clearly,
doubt.
yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Tommy Jr.
What is this?
Anyone could beat him.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
That dancing is from a music video. I know that from
From the internet.
from Bird and the Bee.
Oh.
What is happening?
Well, it's ass is what it is. It's,
ass.
Classic. This is when we were missing commercials, I think. Why? Why?
USA.
Is this a poet promo?
No, it's not.
President
I don't have this kind of quality.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
This is it. The road that I've taken to take out the generation, take back the QAW championship, and make this company credible again. Now it's in danger. We don't know what the clown's going to do. We have no idea what Tommy Jr. is capable of.
Nothing.
But you know what? None of that matters.
And then you got Lloyd, who just plays himself, and it's perfect.
Yeah. He's very consistent every single time.
The QAW championship.
Oh, nice.
They work together? Oh my goodness.
They did, yeah.
I didn't know that Tommy Jr. and Lloyd had ever fought. Has anyone ever brought it up?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard Tommy mention it a million times.
Well, it was definitely Tommy hitting him.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
This is a mystery. So many flashing lights. What's happening?
Oh, look, it's the zombie summoning lightning.
Well, the action rolls on between.
And when is Hanna-Barbera going to come after us?
Switch up his head.
Oh my goodness.
Is this still happening?
They're still fighting? What?
Sort of.
No.
At this point, that's just
This is like that time Tommy and I kept fighting
They
the entire
broke out
night.
the fire extinguisher, but not to do anything to each other, just to spray randomly.
Well, they were putting out a fire.
Back it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a
pick it
fire
back
right
up.
there.
Here we go.
Like, have you ever been fighting with somebody and you've seen like a tiny fire and you're like, gotta put that out? Okay, let's get back to our
All right,
fight.
set it down.
Always.
Oh wait, I forgot to use this. Let me hit it again.
I just want to talk about how the clown has
Now
three
pick up that
sword
ladder.
finishers and so does Magnifique Nordique.
But points do reset during commercial.
You passed a
Within the
ladder.
game.
You passed a chair. What are you gonna do, man?
You can
You could have
climb
picked up
on top
many
of that
things.
man.
Why?
Or
You could have
truck,
picked up.
whatever.
What is this?
He's trying to figure out how to push it, but he can't.
Makes no sense.
The clown tried to instruct him.
Oh man.
Oh, neck breaker.
My favorite thing is
and we
when
got the rest.
we
There
do the
just in
classic
case.
episodes and I forget what I'm watching.
Yeah.
Like, what happened here? I don't remember.
I don't know. But I do know he passed a ladder and a chair that he could have easily picked up and hit him with.
Ooh.
There you go.
Security knows when to back up. And
Well, AI doesn't notice
launching that cross body off the top of the car.
There you
We got
There's a chair.
Chair
There you go.
and Chair's
There
whole
you
family.
go.
Insecurity.
There they are.
We got the ice machine.
Oh my goodness, a wooden chair.
Can you interact with the ice machine? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I
hope so.
assume that you can get a cooler
You
beverage.
get him, man. Can you climb up that thing and jump off of it to jump on him?
He's just
I hope
laughing
so.
this whole time.
Oh my goodness.
You should be able to put him through that window. There's
Goodness.
so many things you should be able to do in this game. You probably can't.
Yes, and now.
Nope, did not go through the window.
Bullshit.
Big Rick.
Nope.
This fucking security guard.
Nope.
Oh, he missed the
Nope.
window.
Nope.
He wants to get back out there to
You can't get me under this glass.
reading of
So
the
he's
window.
got the mask on.
Well, it should be
Traffic cone.
easier to break
Nope.
with
Oh.
that.
Here we are.
He just transported
Time
over to the
vortex.
traffic cones. Okay. Yep. That's okay.
QAW will be joining Peacock.
I was waiting for him to pick up a traffic cone to use as an attack. There you go. The fork. No. The forklift. No. All right.
What is Ardique doing at the
What?
top of the forklift?
This is crazy.
He is
This
way
is
up
pretty
high on
crazy.
that pallet.
I never knew you could do that.
Oh God!
Oh, Well, there you go.
It's pretty good.
You can ride the crane up.
That's fun.
And then elbow somebody.
Kick out.
Oh, this was a match.
Finally finished the match. Oh my goodness.
Governor,
I forgot that this started out as a match.
so much for joining us.
Damn.
What?
As always, gentlemen.
Now it's the Bachelorette.
Fuck.
Also, we're
like the
going to
mini
end on the
chair.
Bachelorette. All right. So
Oh my God.
we never, Kevin, let's see. I don't know. What have we not talked about that we need to talk about? Because now we're wrapping up almost.
Yeah.
I don't know. Never mind. This is 21 more minutes of Bachelorette.
We have the mini chair.
How are you supposed to sit on that?
You don't. It's a symbol. You give it out to the person that you would like to stay within the Bachelorette.
But like, why?
It's a symbol.
What does this chair represent?
What does a fucking Oscar represent?
That you're really good at acting. I should know. I have.
What does a
one.
Golden Globe represent? What does a chair exactly?
A Golden
Like, come on.
Globe represents that you were the best at schmoozing the Hollywood.
And what does a chair represent? You're the best at the Bachelorette.
Yeah. You're the best at schmoozing AC Volts.
Yeah.
That's true, but what? Oh, whatever.
Do you
Whatever, maybe I'm
understand
thinking too
now?
much
It's
about
a
it.
symbol. It's a trophy.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm just gonna continue making my tower of cider cans over here.
Yeah. She's having a moment about it as well.
Oh, she's watching back the Playboy Prometheus footage is what's happening. She's watching Playboy Prometheus go run off with a siren after previously saying, no, I can't do that. I'm with AC Volts right now. So it's just heartbreak in the QAW.
So sad.
She had so much heartbreak. She had a lot of it.
Well, that's what you get for having a romantic game show.
That is what you get. But you would hope that you get some romance out of a romantic game show.
Well, she never saw what was right in front of her. I really thought that the chemistry was there with
I know, me
with
too.
Zips.
We all did. It's
I was
very
hoping
sad.
Zip would win.
Well, Zip technically did win.
Kinda. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, and then he turned. Listen, right? She should have gone with Sip.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't.
I mean, they eventually found each other in Juice Sparks and the Juice Sparksettes, or whatever they're calling their group.
Which I didn't know, but won't tolerate that sort of emotional outburst.
What part of town is this?
I could not tell you. I live in the suburbs.
I'm gonna guess Newton. This seems like Newton.
No, she's where are they? I don't know. They're in the city. Some kind of city area.
Video.
Somerville, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe. I'm trying to figure out if I know where that gazebo is.
Oh boy, Zip and Playboy. Here we go.
Man, I feel like this is the third time we've seen Playboy tonight.
Yeah, we got a lot of Playboy tonight. Yeah, everybody's getting. Everybody that was on was heavily featured.
I haven't
Tex,
seen
what a
the
star.
Olympics match since I've been here. Okay, obviously because I'm supposed to win.
Obviously.
We're around the house, all these little birdies chirping. Is that she's mad at me because I saw.
I have to say, he did an amazing job with his character. When he came out with his character, like, it was very strong and very, I feel like, different than a lot of what we were seeing before.
He was if the story is to be believed, he was supposed to come in much earlier, but he fretted and like tweaked and like he made so many changes to his character every week and kept saying, give me another week and I'll do it next week. Give me another week and I'll do it next week. And like it paid off because what he ended up with was perfect.
I think that's true. I think he explained that to me once. He's like, you do QAW, right? I think I wanted to do that, but I wasn't sure.
He does a great job. He does a great job.
Yeah.
And I don't think
so
he's
does
won a
Zip.
singles match after his debut.
Yeah, right.
It's and I like every now like it doesn't bother him, but it kind of does.
Yeah.
definitely have to apologize to AC Bolt.
What are all
Which
the
you know, I relate to that because back when I wasn't winning, I understood it didn't matter, but I was still like, it kind of bothers me.
Yeah, right.
I get mad every time I lose. I think a little bit, unless I know.
Oh, for sure. I get fucking pissed. I want to.
Still pretty annoying.
We're all so
kill people.
competitive.
Yeah, it's true.
Brian voted twice.
I'm gonna be taking out all that.
What?
I'm just looking at the stickers on his wall. Sorry. Whenever these promos are on, I'm just looking at the background.
Ah.
What people's houses look
I
like, yeah.
enjoy Zip and I enjoy Playboy. I feel like both of their characters are very genuine and like they don't like overthink it. They're just like, hey, I'm here, and here's what I'm gonna say, and it just reads really well.
Yeah.
And now our main event, an elimination matchup from the Bachelorette. Zip Zimmer wants to make Playboy Prometheus hate the way he feels and guarantees it.
And this is a
What a fun
Bachelorette
outfit
elimination
Playboy
match.
has
So
in this
joining us
game.
on commentary again, the lovely AC Volts. Hello,
I
AC. Welcome back.
always loved Playboy because he had the best sunglasses. And I,
Yeah, you have all the same ones.
I'm more
Yeah.
worried about you.
I am a big fan of all sunglasses.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't feeling
It's so interesting because literally any sunglasses he has. So he has those heart ones. I have them in pink. He has these other like green ones. I have them in red. He has these like blue ones. I have them in purple. It's so funny. And it's like mostly when I started working at Claire's, I think is when I started collecting all the sunglasses that he had.
Please, Zip will be
I was gonna say, are they all?
So he's getting his glasses at Claire's. Is what
That
we're-
is correct. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it was not getting the freebie discount from me.
with us every
I would have
single
gave them to
Nah,
him.
he's paying for all those sunglasses.
That
It's
is
too
correct.
late now. I can't go to a Claire's and get the discount on.
Yeah,
But I get
that's
it
right.
Claire's. I don't know.
I mean, I still got hookups. I still got Claire's hookup. So if you want something, you let me know. I can get it for you.
I can finally join 1992 and get that ear piercing. But
If you want to join our
Yeah.
QAW,
I'll get an ear piercing.
I've
why
been
not?
thinking about that actually because I don't have my ears pierced. I've been thinking about doing it.
provide us with
Anybody? Wait, do either of you have your ears pierced?
no,
Do we all go? I know
I've got,
they're
like-
correct Claire's.
I've got like a little mole right here that looks like I've got an ear pierce, and I always have to show people that no, there's no exit wound.
All right, so we got two choices. Technically, if we find an ear piercing kit, I can totally pierce you guys and no problem. I'm a pro at it. I can do it perfectly. The second option is we all go together to the Claire's that I know and everybody I know that works there, and we all go get our ears pierced together because I
No,
know
thanks.
all the girls at the Claire's at Dedham and they're great and they'll do a fantastic job.
Oh, that's very
But I
convenient to me.
actually
though.
have been thinking about it to go get my ears pierced.
Yeah, I get it.
Didn't do it when I was
don't think
working
I
at
could pull
Claire's.
off earrings.
Siren with him.
Sure you could.
I don't know.
You're a woman.
I'll get matching tattoos, but I won't get piercings.
Look at her go.
You know, Mike, you're not one for subtlety, but I mean, certainly, we're all just shocked by this revelation.
Who's gonna get a QAW tattoo? Like, who do you think it's gonna be? I feel like somebody's gonna do it.
Tommy
You got a
Jr.
QAW tattoo?
Yeah.
No doubt. Tommy Jr. will do it.
Depends. Like, it depends on what kind of tattoo it was. I would probably consider it at this point because who cares?
Gain back some of his
Right?
godly glow here.
Yeah.
I have no tattoos, but I would probably do that.
I feel like that's just gonna be like somebody's gonna
Both
like,
of the
be doing
Davids?
their. Somebody's gonna be doing their like
David
farewell to
Thomases?
QAW thing where they're like, man, this has been so great and so fun, and then like they're gonna end it and show that they got like the QAW logo tattooed on their right ass cheek or something.
I was about to say.
A D. It should be a D on it. Just get the tattoo. Just do it.
Yeah. I was about to say both David Thomases will get one on each butt cheek for sure. I think.
The product says you'll get 50%
I can definitely see a D doing it like maybe on a bicep.
Zip immediately grabs. Oh, spinning
I
neckbreaker
know.
for Playboy. The
I was
Siren
gonna get a QAW tattoo. I'd probably get it someplace pretty hidden.
not by any one of these men in particular in this match.
What?
Well,
Not
not
to
like
be hidden?
maybe just like on my
I'm get-
leg.
I'm gonna get it right here in the cheek. A
Right
teardrop.
Okay.
A teardrop of
So,
QAW.
A relative term. Now,
QAW. No, I would never get any
All
fake
of the
tattoos.
wrestlers they taken out in QAW teardrops. Teardrops.
Not squirrels. Second of all,
It's gonna get the jingle belt tattooed around my waist.
Yes.
Champion forever.
skank.
Well, she,
Right about my bicep right here.
the QAW's home just yet is
There's
certainly
QAW right there in the
known as
lips.
a master quite.
Oh yeah, on the inside of them.
No, let's get Bebe.
Randy
right
and
there.
the neck.
That stands for totally aquatic.
So
Oh,
I've been
man.
watching the Degrassi, Kevin.
Yeah, the best show ever.
And they're all tatted up.
Eli, wait.
If
Do
you
you
wanna check
know
out more
Eli?
of
Have
the
you seen the?
I know a little bit of Eli.
Oh, he's great. Amazing.
I know what
I love
happens
Eli.
to him, and I've seen the early episodes with him.
So Eli has the vampire tattoo where it's like vampire bite on his neck, and I always see it, and I'm like, that's so funny. It makes me laugh.
Wait, this is a junior high schooler with a tattoo.
High schooler.
No, high school. Yeah.
But I thought it was
He's like
Degrassi
ninth
Junior
grade.
High.
Junior high, Degrassi High, Degrassi Next Generation, Degrassi the Next Class.
Oh, so like
it's
it doesn't stay at the junior high. It follows
No.
them.
No.
As they grow
Yeah,
up.
follows
It's
them.
It's been junior
90210.
high since the 80s.
Yeah, it follows them.
But now here
And
he
it
is
follows
in
many of
elimination.
them. Yeah.
What
It goes
exactly,
forever.
What exactly are your thoughts on that?
That's my favorite.
I obviously want him to
My favorite 90210 story, and also my favorite wrestling story, is we used to go to these wrestling matches for an outfit called Gouge down in North Carolina, and it's kind of what rose from the ashes of the Hardy Boys' old Omega Wrestling.
Oh shit!
He is good at fighting. I mean, look at those guns.
And-
but unfortunately, yeah, I mean, he did come up short in his.
Oh my god, I just lost. Dax Harwood used to wrestle there under the name KC McKnight. And Casey, like everybody else, like I would go there with a bunch of guys, and we would be
and that's why I wanted to put him in.
dickhead smart marks.
Absolutely.
And most of the guys loved it. And Dax would come in, like as soon as he hit, like guys would walk into the bar, and they're like, "Hey guys," and then they'd go back and they would get in character. Dax would come in character and like, "Oh fuck, it's those guys again."
Yeah, and that's
And,
why he's where he is.
That is why he's where he is. But they did like the bar where they were doing most of the shows was going to shut down so that a parking deck could be built. And so they did this one last blowout show, and there was a tag team match, and Casey McKnight was there, and I remember I screamed out
out there searching for
at the
Steve.
ref, "Hey,
Went to
hey,
the mountain
Casey McKnight is cheating. He's cheating like Dylan cheated on Kelly."
Vengeance is Zip about to
And Dax Harwood hops down from the apron, leans directly into my face, and screams at about 500 decibels, "He cheated on Brenda, you stupid shit!"
That is amazing.
Really
That is amazing. Yes.
He is in subreddit. I'm on there as @RipNasty.
I
with
watched a
2
little
Ys.
bit of 90210 when I was younger.
didn't watch any of it.
My older siblings watched that.
FTR right there.
Absolutely. And thank you
There
all
it
for
is.
joining us tonight.
Ooh.
Oh, talk heavy, hit hard.
Please do so. It's very
Oh.
on Amazon Prime. You can
Nothing but love for
Yes.
Casey
to
McKnight.
you.
Hashtag top
Who
guy.
hated me.
For all the artists on this channel, but now, oh look at that, a lumbar check there on PP.
Never so much as like a wink and a nod from that guy. He was just like, "No, I hate you."
No, fuck you, you piece of shit.
By the siren cheese.
So funny.
Oh no, the sirens.
Oh man, what's going on in this match right now?
Oh, I don't know. That's what I was just thinking. Zip's going fucking spazoid.
The trappings of the siren both
Playboy's so shiny.
auditorially.
He's so shiny.
It's perfect, like
I
ring gear for
appreciate
that
the
character.
outfit. Yeah.
Zimmer not daunted at
I
all.
enjoy it.
He's taking.
What I don't understand is the goggles. Why is Playboy Prometheus wearing goggles?
Look at that.
I don't know.
I need.
I don't think
need
it's
the,
goggles. It's just like a mask.
Let's see. I have to look at it.
So when I
wearing
sent my
is it a
outfit,
crown and sunglasses?
Like a headband.
Right into a German.
Okay.
When
Oh
I
yeah,
sent
okay.
when I sent my outfit to David to be like, here's what I want to wear, I literally sent him like a cosplay of what I was wearing, which was like these my red hot pant shorts and like this other top. And then I went around Claire's and I found these like knee-high socks that had unicorns on them, and I was like, "Can you put these in the game?" I was like, "I don't own them, but can I took a picture?" And he's like, "Yeah, totally." And then I like took a picture of like fingerless gloves, and I was like, "Can you put these in the game?" He's like, "Yeah." I just went around Claire's like taking pictures of stuff.
Dude,
fun.
no!
Oh man, he keeps on going for that pin and gets nothing.
Powerbomb of Playboy Prometheus is
Who do you think's gonna win?
What is he doing here?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Zip.
Brought back by the King
Yeah.
of Soul is just
Just because we already
We all
mentioned how he
know.
technically won the
Fire
Bachelor.
He's brought fire
We
back.
all know.
And we've also mentioned how Playboy Prometheus has not won a singles
Never
match since his
wins,
debut.
yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Which is
Spoiler
kind
alert
of
for anyone
great.
watching this for the first time.
Which is kind of great, but also like I would love for Playboy to win. He doesn't win.
I like him better losing. Ryan,
Yeah.
if you're watching this, I like you as a loser.
Absolutely. And now
Well, yeah,
Playboy looking
he's
to-
got a
Right?
real
It's
tough
like
match
he's
ahead of
such a
him at
great
the
character. He
pay-per-view.
doesn't need to win.
Yeah, exactly. If you have a good character, you don't need to win.
Okay, change
Yeah.
his mind.
Just ask the Brooklyn Brawler.
In your favor.
It's true. The best character in the history of wrestling.
Obviously.
So fucking silly.
It is.
I do love the Brooklyn Brawler, but like,
Contestants
oh
after
man,
tonight. It's going to be
maybe my
Detox
favorite jobber.
competitors here.
Well, it's actually down.
I was a big Barry Horowitz guy.
Yeah, I didn't really get a lot of Barry Horowitz.
Yes.
He had the hand on the back of his like coat, and he would pat himself on the back.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Of
That's funny.
course.
As is the problematically aged Zio.
We just saw Zip.
And I also loved Kurt Hawkins' run where he was not winning a match
Jeez, that
forever.
seems to be unstoppable right now.
For all you wrestling fans out there.
Siren certainly in
And it was a good run too, because like they kept pointing it out, and whenever you point out that somebody hasn't won in a long time, like, oh, he's about to win.
Yeah.
And then no, he's not.
And then no.
Nah,
It just
never.
right. It just gets you more invested in the situation.
PP just had his
I was teabagging Zip Zimmer, supposed to pin him correctly.
You know what? I'm
Just show
No,
me.
you're assuming
He's
that
a
the point of
showman.
that is a pin.
Yeah.
It's true. It's the
He doesn't give
pleasure.
a fuck. Clearly, he does not give a fuck. He doesn't
True.
mind.
And they don't
One
call him
thing I love
Playboy
about Zip
Prometheus
is
because he's.
If you ask me, I think Deton is your
He
purple.
wears the same thing in his
Yeah,
promos.
these squirrels, maybe that's all I deserve.
That's nuts.
You deserve all that and more, AC. The QAW universe loves you. And wait, Zip
Oh.
drop it. No, PP reverses. He scatters out of the way.
The
I'm
only
surprised at how many really good matches we get out of these simulations.
It's
We
true.
do
like,
get such good matches. It's crazy.
Yeah, similar to the Amish. Oh, big power
And I
bomb.
never remember because I feel like most of it, like David plays,
Oh.
or is it like computer simulated?
Look at that expert cheating from
I saw
probably our greatest wrestler, El Mejor Luchador.
Looks like El Mejor just saved
Wow.
Zip Zimmer's ass.
I would say the greatest wrestler, but you know that might be a gimmick infringement.
He was a front runner before.
It's almost like El Mejor Luchador doesn't mean something different.
Yeah.
Really nice to see that his feud with PP is finally benefiting me.
Oh, now
No.
Zip
Simon
hit the
Cutter?
Quest of Fate on Playboy.
one.
Right.
No,
Two.
There we go.
Out of Olympus and out of this contest. Zip Zimmer.
that's my best friend.
Zip Zimmer,
I know.
still the proud owner of a sword.
Playboy Prometheus
Whatever.
is out. Back
I still don't understand the sword. Like the sword storyline never.
now. Zio.
I didn't know about the sword
He
until
had a
that storyline.
sword? What?
There's a sword.
He went to the Dominican Republic and got a sword from me that he never told me about until his promo because he decided to keep it.
Pandemic. That's right.
I just know that he's like, right? Zip is the one who is Men's Warehouse.
Yeah, he was the heir to the Men's Warehouse empire.
Yeah,
technically
we were gonna
Brian
do
Rock
the Project
Moonves has a
Runway
sword.
thing, and I was gonna have.
Oh,
him
that's
be
true.
my
I keep
son.
forgetting that
Yeah.
Brian Rock Moonves had the sword, not
Yeah.
Zip Zimmer.
Oh my goodness, so funny.
Thanks for
Well, I still don't have a
Brian.
sword.
The Siren was here, and of course,
We'll get you a sword.
Thursday
I don't need
Don't
a
worry.
sword.
We'll get you
It'd
one.
be dangerous with the sword.
Oh well, that's the show.
Great. That's
Well,
it.
all right, guys.
We did a great job.
We
I
did
think
it.
we did an excellent job tonight.
I think so. Thanks for
Yeah.
coming and talking about QAW, guys.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
thanks for having
I think
us.
we should end on one big fuck Tommy Jr.
Fuck Tommy Jr. Peace.
Fuck Tommy
Yeah,
Jr.
Fuck Tommy Jr.
Yep.
I'll be in Providence tomorrow. Fuck Tommy Jr.